Bittner Motors, CDL Electric, the City of Frontenac, Pinar Eye Care, the Vet Bank.
Does it sound good?
Yep.
All right.
Encounter, Wells Fargo Shane Peak, University Bank, SEK Urgent Care, Commerce Bank, Crossland Construction, Jockton Sporting Goods, Watco Companies, Lane Lord Basketball Team, The Vet Bank, Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing, Lindbergh Pharmacy, Pittsburgh State University, Cy Smile Center, Ryan Insurance, and the Spigarelli Law Firm.
Now let's go live courtside for tonight's pregame show on ESPN 100.7.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting segment of Frontenac Raider basketball. There was no real ceremony for the starters or anything like that, but just as we get going, a tip leads to the Lady Rams. They get an early 2 points, and then Maddie Davis hits a corner three-pointer to bring the score 3-2 with 7:32 left to go here on the clock. Right now, Riverton with the ball over in the right-hand side of your screen if you're watching the online stream. A bounce pass inside is stolen away by Karma Fields, and Fields will take it across the half-court line. Cross pass inside to Davis. Davis mishandled and quickly dished it back out to Ginnivan. Distance three by Lauren Harper, and it is no good. Rebounded by Peterson, and Peterson will put up a shot. She does not make it, however, she is sent to the charity stripe for 2 shots from the line. Going to go ahead and chalk up these 3 points for Maddie Davis that we missed out on. Yeah, I did not know that they would not be doing any kind of starting ceremony or no national anthem, nothing like that. They got right into action. Really didn't even waste any time on the tip. Karma Fields Peterson sinks her first free throw. And misses the second. Right now, the Riverton Rams on offense, setting up in what looks like a shell-style offense with 4 on the outside and 1 inside. Pass inside to 42, that's Compton. Compton lays up a shot, it is no good. Lauren Harper with a quick block against Maddie Price. And it's going to go out of bounds.
They didn't have a microphone.
And I'm just being told that there was no starter ceremony because there was no microphone this go around. So that's interesting to know, and will help me out when we start the boys broadcast. Karma Fields gets a pass right back out to Bree Ginnivan. Ginnivan launches up a 3 of her own from the right-hand corner, and wing, and she will not sink it. Riverton Rams back on their full-court press break. Broken up pass by Peterson, and it sounds like there might have been a little bit of contact over on the near side by Peterson. No, they're going to call that on Fields. Well, now I don't know who they're going to call it on. It says up there on the board the foul was on. There we go. Now it corrected itself back to Fields. So 6:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Inside pass and up and off the glass is no good. That one intended for Journey Adams, or that one was put up by Journey Adams. Score is still 4-2. The Frontenac Raiders lead by 2. 6 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. Riverton trying to pass it inside, and they finally find Cameron Compton. A little roll around the perimeter. Inside pass, Phillips for 2, and she got it. That ties up the score, 4-4. 5:55 left to go in the first quarter. Nice free throw length shot from Phillips. Inside pass, a great attempt there by Bria Ginnivan to get it down to the low post. It was batted away, and the Rams are going to take over possession. Phillips has the ball down there on the Frontenac baseline. Frontenac now in a full court press. Looks like it's a zone press, a 2-2-1 zone press with Lauren Harper back. And breaking it is Price. Price storms down the court, tries to get a down low pass intended for Compton, and it's batted away. Last touch by the Lady Raiders, so the Rams will retain possession of the basketball. Looking for the inbounds pass over the top to Journey. Shot is put up and blocked away by Bria Ginnivan. Now Frontenac on the attack. Peterson tries to drive into the lane, and it's going to be tied up with a great effort there by Maddie Price, saving a possession there for the Riverton Rams. Once again, Frontenac in a full court press. Riverton in a peculiar press break formation. Journey Adams gets the ball over to Cameron Compton, and it's lost out of bounds, last touch by Riverton, so Frontenac retains possession of this. And they won that full court press. Still 4-4, 5 minutes and 14 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Karma Fields with the ball. She crosses the half-court line. Takes it up to the top of the key. She's met by a 2-1-2 zone defense. Now Maddie Davis in the left wing gets it back to Peterson. Peterson, Ginnivan. Ginnivan Fields from the corner and does not knock it down. She's a little too strong on that three-point attempt. 4:55 left to go here in the first. Riverton in possession of the basketball. Maddie Price tries to get it down inside, and that's going to be intended for Jamie Compton, I'm sorry. Jamie Compton, she had a mishandle there and just about turned it over, but last touch by Frontenac as it rolls out of bounds. And once again, Maddie Price going to give the inbounds pass from the sideline on the Frontenac Raider bench. She does indeed get it into Cameron Compton. Compton rolls it around to the top of the key. She's picked up by Karma Fields in what looks like a man-to-man defense by Frontenac. Nice screen set there. Compton drives it inside. Lauren Harper swats it away, but it's put right back up from free throw distance by Jamie Compton, and that's another 2 points for the Riverton Rams. Timeout is taken on the floor. That's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we're going to take it with them. 30 seconds, and we're right back here to Riverton High School for more Frontenac Raider basketball. Keep it right here on 103.5 The Evolution.
After 3 decades in business, Bittner Motors of Pittsburgh remains a local favorite. If you're in the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle, Bittner Motors has a large selection of late model, low mileage vehicles to choose from. Whether it be a car, truck, or SUV, Bittner Motors will warranty all their vehicles 100% for parts and service. And if you can't find what you're looking for on the lot, they will find it for you. Bittner Motors, 1018 North Broadway, Pittsburgh.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5 The Evolution.
And Frontenac setting right back up in offense, and looks like Fields tried to launch 2 of them. She got her own offensive rebound and was not able to connect on either one. Still 6-4, Riverton leads. Taking the ball down the court is Compton. Compton dishes it off, and that's going to be Price. Price launches it up from just outside the free throw lane, and Peterson's going to get the rebound and storm it back down the court. Karma Fields with the ball inside to Lauren Harper. Harper up and off the glass, and that's an easy 2 points for Lauren Harper. That's her first 2 points of the contest, and that is the tying point, 6-6 here with 3:45 left to go in the first. Price with the ball. Now Compton. Compton top of the key. She's picked up by Fields. Compton rolls to the right, trying to find somebody inside, and she does find Price. Price dribbles with her left hand inside, and she looks and does find Kimmy Qualls. Qualls puts the shot up and is fouled on the way up there. She is a substitution. I did not see that she came in from the bench. But here she is, shooting 2 from the free throw line in an attempt to get a 2-point or 1-point lead on the Frontenac Raiders. First shot is underway, up and in. Great stroke there from Qualls. And she's going to go ahead and put the Rams up by 1, 7-6 with 3:32 left to go in the first. Second shot underway. Scopes it out. Shot is up and bounces off the front side of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Bria Ginnivan. Ginnivan taking the ball with the right hand across the half-court line. She's picked up by Price to Davis. Davis up to the top of the key to Harper. Now rolling around the perimeter. Back in the hands of Peterson. Davis, top of the key. Peterson, Fields for 3 from the corner and swishes it in. And that is the first 3 points, or first any point, I guess, from Karma Fields. The 3-point specialist, and a steal on the full court press, and it works out for the Frontenac Raiders as Bria Ginnivan now gets a 2-pointer of her own. And now all 5 of the starters for Frontenac has scored. Right now we have Davis with 3, Fields with 3, Ginnivan 2, Peterson 1, and Harper 2. That brings the score 11-7 Frontenac Raiders on top by 4 points. Karma Fields over in the left wing. She gets the pass out to Davis in the left corner. Davis rolls around to the top of the key. Now Harper inside Peterson. Peterson tries to work a post move and gets the dish out to Ginnivan. Ginnivan has to leap out of her way there to find it. It was deterred a bit. Peterson launches up the 17-footer and is no good. Lauren Harper gets the rebound and dishes it right back out to Davis. Davis drives into the lane, and she's going to be whistled on a traveling violation. That'll be turnover for the Frontenac Raiders. Riverton Rams now on the attack. Giving the inbounds pass is Qualls. Score is 11-7. Frontenac Raiders up by 4. 2:30 left to go here in the first. Frontenac not letting up on the full court press. And a nice screen set by Qualls. Dribble was kind of batted out there by Lauren Harper. Fortunately, Qualls was there to pick it right back up for the Rams. Screen set. That time it is Mia Moss that rolls around with the ball. A foul on the floor. That's going to be another one on Karma Fields. It's her second personal. Inbounds pass from Riverton. Price is picked up by Davis, and she does indeed get it in to Neely Weaver. Weaver loses control of the ball, and it's Ginnivan on the attack. A 2-on-3 situation, and the ball is launched way too high for Davis to be able to grab control of it. That's going to be a turnover on the Frontenac Raiders, and the Rams are going to come back out, but they are going to be met by, once again, this full court press. That has done an exceptional job as far as the night has gone so far. 2:02 left in the first quarter. Frontenac still up 11-7. Inbounds pass from Price. Price looking for somebody, anybody who can get open long enough, and she's going to be whistled on the 5-second violation. Frontenac is going to retain possession of this basketball on their side of the court. They won't have to worry about traversing the full length of the court. They're going to set up on their own end of attack. Inbounds pass to Peterson. Peterson from the corner, right off the catch and shoot, and doesn't have near enough gas on it. And the Riverton Rams are going to pick up the rebound. Compton on the attack. She's trying to break the full court press. Just about missed the 10-second call. And she's going to be whistled on the carry violation. That's going to be on number 33 for the Rams. I'm sorry, not 33. 22. That's Mia Moss. Rams are going to set up in what looks to be a 2-1-2 defense, 2-1-2 zone defense. And Frontenac in, once again, the shell-type offense with Lauren Harper inside and a couple of players rotating through, try to find an open shot. Davis to all the way around the outside, trying to find somebody inside. And now Davis is going to get the launch up and in from Davis to Harper, I should say. Davis to Harper, and Harper is going to launch 2 more points. That'll bring Frontenac up by now 6 points, 13-7. Full court press is broken. Shot is up and off the glass and good. That one by number 22, I believe. Or no, I'm sorry, that was number 11. That's Neely Weaver. Davis to Harper in the right wing. And a foul on the floor is going to result in, I'm sorry, that's just going to be a violation on the floor. It's going to result in Riverton coming back on attack. Turnover for the Raiders. Bringing the ball up court, Mia Moss. Mia Moss with a little Euro step right hand layup, a finger roll layup, no less. And a jump ball is going to be whistled as Lauren Harper ties up with Qualls in the low post. Great heads-up play there by Harper. Active hands on defense. Riverton setting back up in their 2-1-2 zone. And bringing the ball up the court is Davis. Cross-court pass over to Peterson. Peterson launches it inside, gets a dish right back out to Harper. Harper kind of intercepted a pass that was intended for Snow. Or not Snow, I'm sorry. But Riverton right back on the attack. And Compton's going to launch one up from free throw distance. No good. Rebounded by Price. Price with an awkward shot, but she does indeed get it back up and in. Frontenac on the attack. And the last second shot was never attempted as the Frontenac Raiders kind of ran out of time on that possession. But we are at the end of one quarter. Frontenac leads 13-11, a 2-point advantage for the Raiders. We'll be right back after a 1-minute break, and we'll bring you more coverage of the Frontenac Lady Raiders basketball. You're listening to ESPN 100.7 as well as 103.5, The Evolution.
Save where you shop with Labette Bank's Bazing checking account. Use the Bazing app to find over 300,000 national and local discounts. Bazing also offers industry-leading identity theft protection, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, paying up to $200 for damaged phones, pharmacy, vision, and hearing savings. With Bazing checking, you get deals you want and protection you deserve. Stop by and ask us about Bazing at Labette Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Don't miss the live radio auction Saturday, February 24th, starting at 8 a.m. here on ESPN 100.7. Also broadcast on My Country 101.7 and KWXD 103.5. We will have farm and ag products, soybeans, equipment, and more, plus food plots for those deer hunters, recliners, mattresses, meat bundles, generators, and the list keeps growing. If your business would like to get involved with the radio auction, you can call 620-232-5993 for more info. To get your business on the area's largest radio auction, covering Southwest Missouri and Southeast Kansas, February 24th at 8 a.m. Don't miss it.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Welcome back to coverage of the Frontenac Lady Raiders basketball. Peterson with the ball as she dishes it out to Davis. And now Meyer in the right wing. Davis back again at the top of the key, back to Meyer. Meyer thought about taking the three-pointer and will not. Price is going to intercept that ball and bat it out of bounds. It's still going to be Frontenac ball. Davis is going to give the inbounds pass from the far side of the baseline. Score is 13-11 still. Frontenac on top by 2 with 7:38 left to go here in the second quarter. 7:38 left in the first half of play. Kick up to Meyer in the right wing. Now Peterson. Peterson drives with the right hand and kind of gets a little push, but her defender was not set, and that will be Price. Nope, it will not be Price. That's Jaden Phillips that's picking up her first personal foul. That's a blocking foul, and now the Riverton Rams, no, they're going to call that a shooting foul. And so Peterson will launch 2 from free throw. Taylor Peterson is now 2 for 3 as she launches and sinks that first free throw. 2 for 3 on the night, trying to go 3 for 4. Second one, toilet bowls in and is good. So now Peterson has 3 points on the night, shooting 75% from the charity stripe. 7:32 left to go here in the second quarter. Frontenac on top, 15-11. 4-point advantage, but Riverton, here she is, breaking the full court press, and a great Euro step and lay-in by Neely Weaver. Made that almost look too easy, even though there was a good defense set up. And a toilet bowl in and out shot by Skylar Baker from the right wing. Baker closing in on the three-point shooter. Shot is no good, and Frontenac will rebound the basketball. Baker's going to think about that three-pointer again from the top of the key, but she's not going to take it under decent contest. Davis has an open shot, and now Jaden Meyer with an open shot. They're pulling the trigger every chance they get from 3. Baker now with the ball again. She drives into the corner, the elbow of the free throw line, and is no good. Gets her own rebound after a couple of tipped attempts. Skip pass to Davis. Davis launches a high arcing three-pointer, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Last touch by Frontenac, so it'll be Riverton Ram ball. Frontenac still up 15-13. And no one person really taking the heavy load for the Riverton Rams. Right now, there are 7 different scorers, nobody with over 2 points. Shot is up and no good by Riverton. They're going to kick it back over to Compton. Compton tries, there's a pass inside intended for Qualls, and it's batted away by Frontenac. And Davis instead is going to take over. Skylar Baker now, top of the key, gets the pass inside. And Hipfel's going to try to set up some offense, and no good for the Raiders. The timeout is called in a very timely fashion for Riverton. We're going to see just how long this timeout is going to be. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a 1-minute break as well. 1 minute, and we're back to Riverton High School for more coverage of the Frontenac Lady Raider basketball. Keep it here on ESPN 100.7 and 103.5 The Evolution.
If you want to improve your basketball skill set, you need to attend one of the Lane Lord basketball camps. Each camper receives individual attention and specific coaching adapted to age and skill level. There's something for everyone. A grade school camp for girls entering 3rd through 8th grade, a high school team camp available on 2 different weekends with both varsity and JV levels of competition, plus satellite camps throughout the summer. All campers receive instruction from head coach Lane Lord, head assistant Amanda David, along with former and current players. For more information, visit them online at LaneLordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they began their recruiting at these camps, with over 20 former campers being signed. Visit LaneLordBballCamps.com.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5 The Evolution.
Welcome back, Riverton High School. Heath Atkins here alongside cameraman Yancey Wade. We are here in Riverton High School where the Frontenac Raiders are on top 15-13. Riverton now with the ball at the top of the key. And that is Neely Weaver. She's picked up by the 2-3 zone of Frontenac defense. Weaver over the right-hand side. She is picked up by Meyer. She's kind of taking the right-hand wing side of that defensive load. Inside pass, and is tied up. Great heads-up play there by Jaden Meyer. Kind of over the back, but no contact or anything. Just swiped the ball away at the same time that Riverton was trying to regain control of it. And the possession arrow was favoring Frontenac in that particular case. Pass to Bria Ginnivan. Ginnivan to Meyer. Back to Meyer from Davis. Batted pass from Ginnivan inside. And Riverton's going to take control. Bringing the ball up court is Neely Weaver. She's got 2 points tonight over the right-hand wing. Shot is up from distance, and that is good by Cameron Compton. And I thought that was a 3-point play, but it is only going to count as a 2. And once again, another score for Riverton as we get a pass intended for Meyer. Batted out as she wasn't quite able to get control of it. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Frontenac. So Riverton will retain possession. Score is all knotted up at 15. 4:38 left to go here in the second. And I can't seem to find number 10. Actually, it was scribbled out. There it is. Okay, number 10 is Jaden Phillips. But Riverton on that missed possession there, however, last touch by Frontenac, so they're going to get possession of it once more. Some second chance opportunities, but it is whiffed. But Bria Ginnivan looks like she had control of that rebound. I'm not really sure exactly what happened there, but an inbounds pass for Compton, and not really sure who's going to come away with the rebound any given second. Several batted attempts at it, but finally Riverton does, in fact, pull away. Compton to Qualls on the high elbow. Distance shot taken there by Riverton. That was NBA range if I've ever seen one. That was Mia Moss who attempted that one, by the way. Or rather, Neely Weaver. Distance shot taken that time by Bria Ginnivan. She was unable to connect, and she will pick up a foul. That is her first personal. That was on the full court press attempt. She tried, just about had a solid look at taking away the basketball off of a kind of mishandled dribble. Another distance shot taken by Neely Weaver. High arcing rebound, and it's no good, but a lob pass over the top of all the defense to Bria Ginnivan, and Ginnivan is going to lay it in for an uncontested 2 points. Great full court press break opportunity there, and taken full advantage of by the Frontenac Raiders. Pulling up is Neely Weaver again, this time from just inside the 3-point line, and Neely Weaver becomes the only player so far for Riverton to score more than 2 points. That's not taking anything away. They are knotted up at 17. A traveling violation. I'm not sure what that hand signal was by the referee. Looked like he was insinuating that a charge had been initiated. There was no contact. I think he meant to just signal that the possession was going back to Frontenac. That was definitely a traveling violation. Skylar Baker back in for the Raiders. She's going to give the inbounds pass from the near sideline to Karma Fields. Fields crosses the half-court line, gets it back to Baker. Baker over to Peterson in the left corner. Inside to Harper. Harper with a post move, carries it on the side of her hip, lays it up, and it takes 4 or 5 friendly bounces around the rim and finally goes inside. 6 points now for Lauren Harper. Crossing the half-court line is Compton. Compton over to the right-hand side. It's Mia Moss. Dribbling the ball inside, trying to find something is Price. Price to Qualls. Qualls from the elbow, does not sink it. In fact, breaks it off the front side of the rim, and Riverton's going to pick up possession of that ball after just about dribbles outside the half-court line. Frontenac coming back in a 2-3 zone. They have abandoned their man-to-man defense. Karma Fields trying to pick up Mia Moss, and a distance shot is taken by Price. Price is no good from long range, and Peterson will pick up the rebound. Peterson driving with full force across the other side, and she is going to have her jar picked. Right there as the ball trickles out of bounds, but however, last touched by Riverton. Long shot taken by Peterson off that catch and shoot, and it is no good. Full court press attempt, full court press break attempt by Riverton, I should say, and they just about got it, minus a missed layup. Bria Ginnivan pump fakes the three-pointer, gets 2 players sold on it, gets it inside to Harper. Harper just about knocks in the second attempt, and she's going to be fouled for an over the back. It was a kind of a sneaky box out there by Riverton. They just got inside after the first shot was taken, and Lauren was more than ready to get her rebound. She saw where the ball was going and went right back up. However, the only difference the second go-around was there was a body in front of her, and she got the over-the-back call. Inbounds pass to Riverton. Frontenac is leading 19-17 with 1:35 left to go here in the first half of action. Inbounds pass. And a shot from deep. No good for Riverton. Lauren Harper takes the ball across the timeline. Nobody expected her to try to coast it, but she certainly did indeed. Shot was put up, and she was fouled. I'm trying to get the number on that. It looks like it's going to be on Jamie Compton. That's her second personal. And Lauren Harper from the free throw line sinks the first. This is her first attempt from the free throw line tonight. Second shot is up and rattles off no good. Compton with the ball now top of the key, picked up by Baker. Over to Price, inside bounce pass. Good for the Riverton Rams. And that will be Daphne Parker. Parker with her first 2 points of the night. Brings the score 20-19. Real close, tied up game, almost tied up game here in Riverton. Inbounds or inside pass intended for Harper. Harper kind of mishandled it and tried to get it back out to the rest of her team before she stepped out of bounds. Unfortunately, her left foot did flirt with the baseline. And now we have less than a minute left to go here. 50 seconds for Riverton to try to close this 1-point lead that the Frontenac Raiders have taken advantage of thus far. Daphne Parker gets it out to Price. Now over to Compton in the right wing. Inside pass. Tried to get it past Peterson, and Peterson stuck her foot out to deter the path of the ball. Goes out towards the baseline on the near side. And now getting the ball right back is Peterson. She stole it away on the inside pass attempt, right hand layup attempted on the full court break or full court press break. And it's going to be all tied up there as two players try to go for the rebound. Possession arrow does favor the Frontenac Raiders once again. Bria Ginnivan going to give the inbounds pass. She sees Harper wide open, but she's looking for somebody else. Fields is going to take it at the top of the key. Peterson to the right wing, and Bria Ginnivan. Ginnivan tried to get a bounce pass to Harper, and it's picked off by Price. And there's going to be a foul on the floor there. That's going to be on Bria Ginnivan again. Ginnivan now has 2 personal fouls. Team has 6. Actually, both teams have 6. So the next foul on either side is going to result in a 1-on-1 opportunity. But there's not going to be a whole lot of time for that, as there are 11 seconds left in the first half of play. Skylar Baker deters the path of the ball with her foot, just as Peterson did moments ago. 8 seconds left to go as the ball was last touched. It rolls out of bounds by Riverton. So Frontenac with the ball. They're rolling it in. Final 8 seconds of the game. Davis. Peterson inside to Harper. Harper out to Baker. Baker for 3. Does not get it to go, and the clock will expire at that. A 1-point lead for the Frontenac Raiders, 20-19, as we get set up for the second half of play. You have been listening to 100 points, ESPN 100.7, as well as Radio X 103.5, The Evolution. Just a real knotted up game here in Riverton, Kansas, 20-19. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll go over some first half stats and get you set up for the second half of action. This has been Heath Adkins alongside cameraman Yancey Wade. Back in 2 minutes, you're listening to ESPN 100.7 and 103.5, The Evolution.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburgh and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale Hubble independent rating system. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
From scoring the winning touchdown to walking in graduation, life is full of wonderful moments, but the best times can come with financial challenges, like paying for college or a room renovation. This is Brian Sutton, Market President of Commerce Bank in Pittsburgh. At Commerce, we make the harder stuff easy. Whatever your challenge is, we want to listen and help find solutions so you can focus on the good stuff, like cheering on your favorite team. Check us out at commercebank.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter for tips on making the most of life. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted.
Finding a lawyer means choosing someone with experience, confidence, and a good track record. Every legal situation is unique, and you need someone who will give you the level of comfort that he or she will treat your legal problem like it is their own. Jay Gordon Gregory of the law firm of Wilburton Towner is ready to provide you with that type of specialized assistance. With over 30 years of experience in Southeast Kansas, Gordy is ready to give you the personalized legal service your problem needs and deserves. Call Jay Gordon Gregory of Wilburton Towner today at 620-231-5620 or contact him online at wilburtontowner.com.
See their ad names and numbers. Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenient that pays at University Bank, branch GMB, member FDIC.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we found clients appreciate a planning process that adjusts to the twists and turns of their life. If you're rethinking your life goals, the Envision process can help you try on your ideas before committing to them. Maybe you're thinking about retiring early or starting your own business. Your Envision plan can tell you how adding a goal could affect your ability to reach your objectives. For more information, call Shane Peak today at 620-232-3120. That's 620-232-3120. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
All right, welcome back to Riverton, Kansas, where the Lady Raiders right now on top by 1 point, 20-19 over the Riverton Rams. 6 minutes left to go before we resume the second half of play, and we're going to go over some first half stats here for just a moment. Nothing too in-depth and nothing official, just what I've been keeping down by myself. First for Riverton High. Coach, by the way, this is supposed to go in my pregame segment, but I was not aware that we weren't going to do any kind of pregame hoopla about the starters and all of that, so I'll go ahead and get it out of the way now. Riverton High School, as of right now, is 3-14 on the season, 0-3 in CNC League play. They've had a bit of a struggling year thus far. And Frontenac not too far off of that either. Coach Martha Harper and her young ladies are 5-13 on the season with a 1-4 CNC record, hoping to make it 2-4 tonight. For the Riverton Rams, we're going to go right down, starting with the starters. All starters for the Rams have 2 points exactly. Maddie Price, 2. Jaden Phillips, 2. Journey Adams, 2. Jamie Compton and Cameron Compton both with 2. Heading back down, right now the leading scorer for the Riverton Rams is not a starter coming off the bench. Number 11, Neely Weaver, she has 4. Daphne Parker with 2, Mia Moss with 2, and Kimmy Qualls off of a 2-try attempt from the free throw line has 1 point. Moving on over to the Frontenac Raiders. Frontenac not doing a whole lot of scoring outside of their starting 5. Actually, exactly 0 scoring from outside of the starting 5. Leading all scorers right now is Lauren Harper. She has 7 points. Behind her is Maddie Davis as well as Karma Fields, both with 3. Bria Ginnivan with 4, and Taylor Peterson with 3, as she is shooting 75% from the free throw line tonight, just 3 of 4. And like I said, Martha Harper and her Lady Raiders, 5-13 on the season, 1-4 in CNC League play. Have been kind of streaky so far this season. They have nights where they're really on when they incorporate Bria Ginnivan in the low post, as well as get Lauren Harper really rolling down there. That's when they just are exceptionally hard to stop. And when they have Karma Fields and Taylor Peterson hitting from distance, no team can really stack the box. And that makes it really hard when all those players are on. Unfortunately, they haven't really found one of those nights where all those players are on, but when they do, you see the 5 wins in their win column. Riverton Rams are a different story, however. They certainly have the athleticism to be able to keep up with some of these teams in the CNC. However, just not really the chemistry. The team chemistry is off. They really haven't found their identity as a team and where their roles play. And that is a combination of them playing really well with that lower chemistry, alongside Frontenac not hitting a lot of the shots that they typically do make. That leads for the close game that we have here today, 20-19. Not a whole lot of adjustments that need to be made for Frontenac. They just need to make shots that they should be making. For Riverton, they really need to control that full court press from Frontenac. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble as the stamina wears down. Well, that's about it from here for our halftime report. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll be just at the tip of the second half. You're listening to ESPN 100.7 as well as Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
From scoring the winning touchdown to walking graduation, life is full of wonderful moments. But the best times can come with financial challenges, like paying for college or a room renovation. This is Brian Sutton, Market President of Commerce Bank in Pittsburgh. At Commerce, we make the harder stuff easy. Whatever your challenge is, we want to listen and help find solutions so you can focus on the good stuff, like cheering on your favorite team. Check us out at commercebank.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter for tips on making the most of life. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted.
The City of Frontenac is a proud supporter of Frontenac High School athletics and academics. The City of Frontenac was founded in 1886 and is home to just over 3,100 residents. Frontenac citizens enjoy a small-town atmosphere and all that a close-knit community has to offer. Situated on the crossroads of two major highways, those living in Frontenac can easily travel and enjoy the amenities of larger cities in a shorter travel distance. The community boasts an outstanding school system, low taxes, complete city services, including 24-hour police and fire protection. Good luck, Raiders, from the mayor, city council, and staff.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premiums, but Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Back to action with Frontenac Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Immaculate timing by Sir Anthony Sweeney right back there at the station, pushing all the right buttons and getting us on the air. 45 seconds left to go before we commence this this intermission break and get ready to roll with the second half of action. Now 35 seconds. Once again, Frontenac leading 20-19. Anthony Sweeney back in studio. Yancey Wade, my cameraman, and yours truly, Heath Atkins, on the play-by-play as we get set for hopefully another victory for the Frontenac Lady Raiders. They are certainly in need of it to go 33% on the season thus far. In CNC League play, trying to make it 2-4 in a very, very tough league to compete in. Final 3 seconds tick off the clock, and we're ready for the third quarter. So out on the floor for the Lady Rams, it looks to be the original starters, with the exception of, oh, I'm sorry. No, it is the original starters for both teams, in fact. The Lady Rams with Journey Adams over at the top of the key. We haven't seen her in a minute. And now the Rams just trying to work something from outside. Journey Adams gets it in the left elbow, but has to kick it right back out to the perimeter. Inside to Compton, and a kick right back out. Inside pass intended down low for Journey Adams. Adams wasn't quite looking for that as she was trying to streak across over to the left-hand corner. And it's going to be a turnover, Frontenac ball. Karma Fields with the ball at the top of the key. She gets it over to Ginnivan in the right wing. Inside pass to Harper. Harper working a post move against Adams. Puts it up against the glass and cannot get it to fall. Rebound is picked up by the Lady Rams. In fact, Cameron Compton to be exact. She gets it over to Price. Price bounce pass to Adams in the right wing. Stolen away by Fields as they were trying to get it right back to Price, and Fields crosses the half-court line. It's a 3-on-3 situation. Down low to Peterson. Peterson up and off the glass, a sky-high shot, and she cannot get it to fall. And the Raiders, after 2 full possessions by both teams, are in the same position they were a minute and 2 seconds ago. 20-19, 6:55 left to go here in the third quarter. Bounce pass. Trying to, just a dribble from Compton was batted away by Frontenac. The Lady Rams will keep possession of it. Price going to give the inbounds pass from the near sideline. Frontenac has been tenacious on defense, consistently batting it out of bounds. Not exactly, changing the turnover ratio with that, but. When it goes out of bounds at least, but when they get those hands on the ball, provides an opportunity for them to get a steal. Compton with a shot from the elbow and cannot connect. That was Cameron Compton. She has 2 points on the night, and it rolls out of bounds off the missed shot, and Frontenac will gain possession of the ball. Crossing the half-court line is Fields, now Ginnivan. To Davis. Davis at the top of the key. She sees Peterson wide open at the three-point line, and she wants to get it over there, but Peterson has been a little cold from distance tonight. She's trying to find some way of getting the ball inside and create some offense from the post. Inside is Davis. She gets a roll around, and Ginnivan was charging inside trying to get a clean cut to the basket. A decent pass from Davis, but still batted away by Riverton. And what would have been a great opportunity there for the Raiders. Ginnivan with the ball. Now Fields, bounce pass to Ginnivan again. She pump fakes the three-pointer, drives into the lane, gets it over to Davis. Davis dishes it right back out to Peterson in the left wing. Davis to Fields. Fields almost had the step-away three idea. He gets it back out to Peterson. Now Harper at the top of the key. Davis left wing. Great ball movement by the Frontenac Raiders. My goodness, they have burnt so much time off the clock. And it's an inside pass to Lauren Harper. She just about gets the teardrop inside to lay in, but just a little too soft against the rim, and it bounces right back off. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Frontenac still leads 20-19. Inside pass to Compton. Compton tries to get into triple threat stance down low with Lauren Harper, but Harper kind of took advantage of it before Compton was set and ready to go. Tied up with her, and Frontenac's going to take possession of the basketball. Taylor Peterson over to Karma Fields, and it's stolen away by Compton. Compton taking the ball down the court. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Price with the ball, dishes it right back out, and an air ball over the top of the rim is going to result in a Riverton turnover. Frontenac Raiders retain possession of the basketball. 20-19, 5:15 left to go here in the third quarter. Intercepted pass inside by Journey Adams on the Frontenac offensive side of the ball. An inside pass towards the lane, not quite handled properly and taken out of bounds. Frontenac ball once again. It has been a rough go for both teams as far as getting any offense created. In fact, I haven't had to write anything on my score sheet since the start of the second half. It has been stuck at 20-19. But as we say that, Karma Fields launches a three, rattles in and out, no good. Ginnivan gets the rebound, loses control of it. It's down low next to the baseline, and a tie ball. A jump ball is going to be whistled. And the last one went to Frontenac. This one will go to Riverton. Compton with the ball, now over to Baker. It's not Baker, that is Price. Stolen away by Bria Ginnivan. Ginnivan gets the ball down court. Right back to Ginnivan from Fields. Fields took the ball, acted like she was going to put up a shot from the low post, instead just dished it right back to Ginnivan. Very unselfish basketball for both of these teams. And now a shot from the charity stripe. 2 shots, actually, for Bria Ginnivan in an attempt to finally put some points on the board for this third quarter. First shot is up and bounces off the front side of the rim. No good for Ginnivan. These are her first free throws of the night. Missed the first. Second shot is underway. Shot is up and in. Now Ginnivan with 5 points on the night. 21-19. Frontenac leads by 2 points. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the third. Riverton trying to break the half-court press, and it's batted away by Peterson. Peterson's going to grab control of the ball, but she dishes it out to Lauren Harper. Harper with a 3-on-2 situation underway, gets it off the glass, rolls it inside, and she's calling for an and one, but is not going to get it. Great shot there by Lauren Harper. Harper now has 9 points tonight. She is the leading scorer from both teams. And a timeout is going to be called. That's a 30-second timeout, so we're going to send it back to the station. 30-second break, and we'll be right back here for more Frontenac Raider basketball here on 103.5 The Evolution and ESPN 100.7.
Smile can change everything, and Invisalign makes that decision easy because you can have a stunning smile without most people even knowing you're going through treatment. Saya Smile Center is proud to be a premier provider of Invisalign. Your Invisalign treatment will consist of a series of aligners that you switch out every 2 weeks. Each aligner will gradually shift your teeth perfectly into place, giving you the smile you always dreamed of. Call Saya Smile Center today for your no-cost consultation. Saya Smile Center, 4095 Parkview Drive in Frontenac, 620-231-7242.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X, 103.5 The Evolution.
Right back here in Riverton, Kansas, down low. Compton with the ball. She puts up a shot and is no good. Rebounded by Riverton. Shot is put right back up and no good once again by Jaden Phillips. Riverton having a tougher go than Frontenac even on offense. Bria Ginneman gets the rebound off the full court press break. Puts up a shot and is no good, but sent back to the line once more. Bria Ginneman is 1 for 2 from tonight from the free throw line. Now she is 2 for 3 after sinking her first on that possession. Second shot is up and in as well. She has turned that percentage from 50 now to 75 with 3 makes and 1 miss from the charity stripe. Frontenac leads 25-19 here with 3:32 left to go in the third quarter. Riverton with an inbounds pass. Still has not crossed the half-court line. Now they do. Qualls inside. Gets it over to Compton. Compton is batted away by Ginnevan. Shot is up and in. That time by Jamie Compton, and she breaks the 2-point mark as well. Now Neely Weaver and Jamie Compton, the only 2 on the court with more than 2. Bria Ginnevan launches one up from about 14 feet out. No good, but gets her own rebound. Lauren Harper thought about taking the 3-pointer. Is going to fake the runner. Gets it down low to Davis. Davis misses the shot, but is fouled and sent to the line. That foul on Jaden Phillips. That's her second personal. And Maddie Davis now gets to take her crack from the 3-point line, or from the free throw line. She has not scored anything since the first quarter, where she sunk a 3-pointer with after about 5 seconds had taken place in the first quarter. She sunk a 3-pointer. Now she makes her first free throw. Sinks her second one as well, shooting 100% with 5 points. 100% from the free throw line, that is, with 5 points total in the game. And a bad defense there by Karma Fields. She did not intend to drape over the Lady Ram like she did, but she was anticipating the pass. Got faked out and tried to stop, and just kind of got caught up in the momentum. But that's all right. She's still playing aggressive defense regardless of the situation, and Taylor Peterson's going to steal it away. Driving up the lane, a little English on that ball as she spins it up off the backboard. And that's good for 2 more points for Taylor Peterson. That's her first field goal shot of the night. Shot made, that is. She now has 5 points as well. 3 points from the charity stripe and 2 from right there. Foul on the floor as Riverton trying to get a ball inside. Five Riverton fans over on the other side of the court starting their chant. Shot up from distance is no good. Bricked off the backside of the iron. Tipped away by Frontenac. And a 2-on-0 situation as Bria Ginnevan picks up her dribble and takes it from the low block. One referee is acting as though she had a double dribble. And the others are not whistling anything, so it's going to stay as is. Shot put up by Riverton, no good. Qualls is going to get the rebound. Shot again, no good over the top that time. Rolls out of bounds, last touch by Riverton. So Frontenac now on a 10-point advantage. They've been on a scoring spree since I started saying that no team was scoring anything. Riverton has scored 2 points in this half, while Frontenac has scored 11. Davis over in the right wing to Fields. Fields is going to go from 3, and she does from 3-point land. Knocks it down. Karma Fields, only her 6th point of the night. Her other 3 came from the first quarter where she knocked down a 3-pointer as well. All her points have come from 18-foot plus land. Qualls from the low block, just outside the low block I should say, knocks it up and in. And a great 2 points there by Qualls. 30-second timeout has been called on the floor. We're going to go ahead and keep it here. 1:15 left to go. I'm going to make sure I have my scoring correct. I need to chalk those 2 down for Qualls. But quite a bit more action here in the second half of play. We have 1:15 left to go here in the third quarter. Frontenac leads 34-23. So an 11-point advantage for their Lady Raiders. They're hoping to advance to 6-13 on the season, 2-4 in CNC League play. About ready to wrap up this coach's called timeout. I believe that is the second of the half taken by Riverton. An inbounds pass to Peterson. Peterson takes the ball across the half-court line, gets it over to, Reagan Hipfel. Now Baker, down low. She crosses the court and the ball is in the hands of Harper. Harper gets it over to Baker after she got done traversing the full width of the court. Shot put up from distance by Peterson. Peterson tries to avenge by jumping out of bounds to save the ball, but too little too late for the Lady Raiders. 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter, 34-23. Big time run here for the Lady Raiders. Baker down low tries to get a bounce pass to Qualls. Qualls is going to mishandle it. It'll roll out of bounds. Last touch by the Riverton Rams. So the Raiders back on offense. Skylar Baker taking over as point guard. Taylor Peterson as well as Lauren Harper will both take a seat. Checking into the game, number 24 for the Lady Raiders. That is Bailey Rooms. Skylar Baker tries to hit the runner, but she's deterred a little bit. That foul is going to be called, I'm sure, on Baker. She tried to strip the ball away from Qualls on that defensive rebound. And it will be called on Baker. That's her first personal. Team's third. 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Ball in the hands of the Lady Rams. Neely Weaver, to be exact. She pulls up to the free throw line, gets it to Price. Price get it with an inbounds pass, and it's put up and in by Neely Weaver. Weaver has 6 points on the night, and that concludes the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, the Frontenac Lady Raiders on top by 9 points, 34-25. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll come back with the final quarter of action here for the Lady Raiders. Keep it here on ESPN 1007, as well as 103.5 FM.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are driving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
The human eye blinks about 17,000 times a day. But here's a real eye-opener. Dry eyes can cause irritation, red eyes, and blurred vision. Don't assume your blurry vision means you need new glasses or contacts. The doctors at Canar Eye Care are experienced in diagnosing and treating dry eyes with the newest treatments available. So schedule your eye exam in Pittsburgh or Girard with Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Lauren Harper to Bria Ginnivan as we start the fourth quarter. Back to Ginnivan. Top of the key, Davis. Cross-court pass to Fields. Fields launches the shot off the runner. She is fouled on the way up. Just about made that shot. It would have been truly impressive had she. But instead, she's going to be taking 2 shots from the charity stripe. Really looked like that was going to be an and one situation, which would have been just phenomenal. I mean, an outstanding play had that sunk, and it kind of toilet bowled in and out. Fields sinks her first free throw. This is her first attempt of the night. Now a 10-point advantage for Frontenac, 35-25, 7:33 left to go here in the final quarter of action. She sinks her second one as well. That brings it to an 11-point lead. Trying to get an inbounds pass is Riverton. Riverton looking to break the full court press, and they finally do. At least they get it across the half-court line. Ball in the hands of Neely Weaver. Weaver, top of the key, gets it over to Compton in the right wing. Compton picked up by Peterson. Man-to-man defense for the Frontenac Lady Raiders. And Weaver's going to launch one from three-point land, and she finally gets it to fall. Neely Weaver, definitely the leading scorer for the Lady Rams. She has 6 points now. Taylor Peterson over on the left-hand side. Now Davis, top of the key. Back to Peterson, looking for Fields in the left corner. It's going to be picked away, but re-stolen by Bria Ginnivan. Ginnivan with the ball in the right wing. She launches one up from three-point land as well. No good. It was rebounded by Lauren Harper. They're going to call a foul on Harper. I think that's an over the back. Really questionable call, if you ask me on that one. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. That's what the referee says, so we'll take it. Well, now they're meeting in the middle to try to decide exactly what happened. And they're going to whistle it back on Frontenac, so no foul on Lauren Harper. I really didn't think that there was, and they, at least the referees backed me up on that one. Karma Fields looking for the open shot, but it's Bria Ginnivan. Peterson in the left wing now. Gets it right back out to Ginnivan, top of the key, to Harper. Harper in the low corner, down low to Ginnivan. Ginnivan up and off the glass and sinks it inside. A beautiful pass by Lauren Harper to get Ginnivan a wide open shot from the low block. 2 more points for Ginnivan. That increases the lead, now 38-28. Re-stolen by Maddie Davis. Davis on the full court press break. She misses her shot, as does Karma Fields, but Fields is fouled on the way up and she's sent to the line. Fields is 2 for 2 so far today from the charity stripe. See if she can extend that 100%. See if she can continue the 100% shooting from the free throw line, as she does for at least the first shot. Fields now has 9 points and sinks the second as well. 10 points tonight for Karma Fields. 6 from three-point land and now 4 from the charity stripe. Riverton back on the attack. That's Neely Weaver picked up by Taylor Peterson. Peterson, a little extra contact down low on Weaver. And she will be whistled on that. That's Peterson's first personal foul of the night. So getting the inbounds pass from Price. She bounces it off of Maddie Davis's legs. Tried to extend the play a little bit. She was running out of time for out of bounds pass. For inbounds pass, I should say. Compton with the ball. She gets the pass from Price. Trying to intercept the pass to Price, but instead Price is going to backdoor and get the ball in the low post. Tries to get a bounce out low, or out to, looks like the right elbow. And it's batted away by Frontenac once again. Score is 40-28, 6 minutes left to go here in regulation. Pass out to Compton. Now to Qualls. Qualls launches one up, high arcing shot. Shot is no good, but she's sent to the line in an attempt for 2 shots from the charity stripe. Right now, Qualls on the night. She is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. First shot bounces, takes 2 or 3 friendly bounces off the rim and the backboard and finally knocks in. Now she is 2 for 3 on the night from the stripe. Second shot is up, and there's a lane violation against Riverton. So that one will not count. And for the record, it did not go in anyway. So now shooting 50%. Harper now in the right wing. Dribbles with her left hand, Davis. Davis to Ginnivan. Ginnivan now to Baker. I'm sorry, that's Peterson. Stolen away by Compton. Neely Weaver on the attack. 2-on-1 situation for Weaver and the Rams. She tries to put up a circus shot layup with the left hand from the right hand side. Definitely not the fundamental way to do it, but she definitely made it look flashy. Shot is no good, but she is fouled and sent to the line. Kind of put her body in position to make some extra contact there in case she missed. Weaver launches one up, and it's good, the first one. Weaver just extending her very obvious dominance so far as the scoring is concerned. Offensive rebound for Riverton. Shot is put up and is no good. They're going to call it a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing towards Riverton. Riverton fans not pleased with the officiating thus far, though I think it has been very consistent, very even. Timeout is called on the floor. It looks like a full timeout by Frontenac. We're going to take it with them. 1 minute timeout, and we're right back here in Riverton, Kansas. Keep it here on ESPN 1007 as well as 103.5, The Evolution.
The City of Frontenac is a proud supporter of Frontenac High School athletics and academics. The City of Frontenac was founded in 1886 and is home to just over 3,100 residents. Frontenac citizens enjoy a small-town atmosphere and all that a close-knit community has to offer. Situated on the crossroads of two major highways, those living in Frontenac can easily travel and enjoy the amenities of larger cities in a shorter travel distance. The community boasts an outstanding school system, low taxes, complete city services, including 24-hour police and fire protection. Good luck, Raiders, from the mayor, city council, and staff.
Haynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist. Haynes handles all driveline repairs for cars, trucks, four-wheel drive vehicles, and farm equipment. Haynes can also handle any general machine work and offers 24-hour record service. Call Haynes anytime, 231-3170. Haynes Incorporated is located at the intersection of West McKay and Highway 69 Frontenac Junction. Haynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist.
Proud supporter of Frontenac Athletics.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Getting started right back up here. 5:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Frontenac with the ball. Bria Ginnivan in the right wing. Now Peterson in the right corner. Peterson launches the runner a little bit too strong from the right elbow. And Riverton's going to take back over on attack. Compton's going to drive with the right hand, pulls up, and a well-contested shot by Frontenac. Price grabs the rebound. Oh, I'm sorry, that is Jamie Compton for the offensive board, and the putback brings the score 40-32. Frontenac still on top by 8 points. 4:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Davis does an excellent job breaking that 2-on-1 situation over in the backcourt. Peterson with the ball in the right wing. Screen set by Bria Ginnivan. No look pass to Karma Fields. She drives in. Peterson now in the right wing. Ginnivan thought about taking the three-pointer but will not. Lauren Harper to Peterson back again in the right corner. 4:19 left to go in the fourth. Spin shot. Peterson does not get it to fall. Rolls almost out of bounds, but it's picked right back up by Weaver. Peterson playing real heads-up physical defense on Weaver as she tries to bring it across the half-court line. That's going to result in a 1-and-1 opportunity by Weaver on the free throw line. Frontenac has now exceeded that 7 fouls limit that you get, or that you are allowed before the other team starts shooting some easy free throws as soon as the foul is committed. Weaver shooting 1 for 2 tonight, now 2 for 3. Weaver now has 8 points on the night. Second shot is up and rattles out, no good. And what would have been an offensive rebound for Riverton results in a foul by Lauren Harper. That's her 4th personal foul. And Riverton shooting free throws again. This time it's Price. Harper with 4 personal fouls, and she's going to be subbed out. Coming into the game for her, however, as we see a timeout, I'm going to see that's going to be a full. But before we do that, I'm just going to say that Caitlin Sellers has checked in for Lauren Harper. We're going to take a minute timeout. When we come back, we're going to have some free throw shots taken here on 100.7 and 103.5 The Evolution.
Don't miss the live radio auction Saturday, February 24th, starting at 8 a.m. here on ESPN 100.7. Also broadcast on My Country 101.7 and KWXT 103.5. We will have farm and ag products, soybeans, and equipment, and more. Plus food plots for those deer hunters, recliners, mattresses, meat bundles, generators, and the list keeps growing. If your business would like to get involved with the radio auction, you can call 620-232-5993 for more info. To get your business on the area's largest radio auction, covering Southwest Missouri and Southeast Kansas. February 24th at 8 a.m. Don't miss it.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Second free throw was made by Price. Actually, both free throws were made. No, I think just one, just the one free throw. But a foul on their side of the court results in 2 free throws shot by Karma Fields over here on our side of the court. Karma sinks the first. And they finally fix the scoreboard. 41-33 now with 4:07 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Fields sinks the second free throw attempt as well. She has 12 points tonight. One of the only players in double figures. Actually, I think she is the only player in double figures. Wrong, Ginnivan has 11. Ball batted out of bounds, last touched by Riverton. So Fields and Ginnivan right now leading the scoring path as Ginnivan takes his seat, which Martha Harper substituting her. Getting an inbounds opportunity is Skylar Baker. Baker, little spin move, try to get away from some of her opponents. Peterson over there in the right corner. Let's get past to Baker. Baker pump fake the 3. Lob over the top intended for Caitlin Sellers. Is batted out of bounds, last touch by Riverton. 42-33, 3:34 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Maddie Davis giving the inbounds pass. She is contested by Neely Weaver. Lob over the top. It's Sellers. Sellers takes a power dribble and is not able to convert as it is stolen away by Weaver. Weaver taking the ball down the court. Nice Euro step. Puts the ball up. A little too strong off the rim and it bounces off and is going to be sent back. However, a foul is going to be called on number 11. That can't be right. There is no number 11 on the floor. No. Okay, there we go. They're gonna call that on Karma Fields, number 5. That's her third personal. First shot is made, second one was not. Kick out to Peterson. Peterson to Fields. Fields driving inside, puts the ball up off the glass. Not a friendly bounce, but Fields once again sent to the line. She does great in these late game situations, especially when they have a considerable lead. They're up by 8 points right now, 42-34, and Fields sinks these free throws all day long, as she does the first. She has made 8 of her 8 free throws now. She is shooting 100% from the free throw line. 44-34 as Riverton takes back over. Price down low. Easy opportunity there for Compton, but Compton cannot swish it. Missed opportunity there for the Lady Rams. Fields now in the left wing. Gets it to Baker in the right. Baker drives just inside the three-point line, gets it over the top to Sellers. Sellers off the glass. It rattles around and goes inside. Sellers' first 2 points of the night. Ball inbounds, and it is Weaver. Weaver to Compton, Compton to Price, top of the key. Frontenac in a 2-1-2 zone, it looks like, and Weaver doing everything she can to combat this defense. Inside to Journey Adams. Adams working against Davis, kicks it right back out to Compton. Compton launches the ball over the top, looked like a shot put style attempt. High pass over the top to Adams. Adams is no good. No good from that shot, at least. I did not want to leave that sentence as it were. Peterson with the ball. Lob pass over the top intended for Fields. Just a little too tall. Had Karma Fields been about 6'2", she could have reeled that in with ease. However, that is not the case. And the score is 46-34. Frontenac on top by 12 points now. 1:51 left to go in the fourth quarter. Weaver taking the ball across the half-court line. She is picked up by Peterson. And a timeout's going to be called by Riverton. We're going to see what kind of timeout we're dealing with here. And a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Send it back to the station there where Sir Anthony Sweeney is taking care of us. Keep it right here on ESPN 1007 as well as Radio X 103.5.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premiums, but Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Right back here in Riverton, Kansas. The Rams on the attack against the Frontenac Raiders. Skylar Baker playing defense up against Compton. Now over in the right corner, it's Price back to Compton. Weaver launches it up from 17 feet out, but Price gets the rebound. Price puts it back up, no good, and rebounded by Maddie Davis. Davis getting the ball out to Lauren Harper to break the full court press, and Karma Fields now in the right corner. Fields gets it back to Harper, Harper to Peterson. Peterson to drive it back to the right wing, now Davis, and she is intentionally fouled by Weaver. Try to stop the clock and send Davis to the line. Davis has 2 free throws made tonight, 2 out of 2 free throws attempted, so she's still shooting 100% so far, knock on wood. 1:13 left to go, 12-point advantage for the Raiders. First shot is up and no good, but rebounded by Taylor Peterson. Shot put back up by Peterson on the left wing as she had traversed across the other side, and it's rebounded by Compton. Compton is heads up against Skylar Baker. Baker just about poked the ball loose, so she had to pick up her dribble. Shot over the top by Price is rebounded by Maddie Davis. Davis is fouled by Weaver, and that is 3 personal fouls on Weaver. The team is over 4 personal fouls on Weaver. They hadn't tallied up that last one. First shot by Davis is good. Brings her to 75% on the night from free throw line. Second shot is underway. Takes her a couple of practice dribbles. Launches it up. High arcing shot, no good. Rebounded by Compton. Taking the ball over to the other side. It's a 2-on-2 situation and rolled out of bounds on the lost dribble. She got a little too far ahead of herself. And it's going to be Frontenac ball. No doubt when they inbound it, they're going to be fouled. They're going to be looking for somebody like Bria Ginnivan or Lauren Harper or somebody of that nature to foul, but instead it's going to be Skylar Baker. Baker on a one-on-one situation decides to slow it down. It's picked off by Price. Price reels it in. It's a 2-on-3 for Riverton. They're going to slow it down and not rush anything. And just as I say that, Neely Weaver launches up a distance, too. And now Frontenac trying to break a full court press of their own. Karma Fields in 17 feet out, decides not to pull up. 15 seconds left on the clock. Frontenac is going to win this decisively, and Martha Harper decides to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here instead of sending it back to the station. Sir Anthony Sweeney has done quite enough work as far as me taking every single break that I've, I guess almost every single break that I've been allotted. 47-36, Frontenac is going to win this one by 11 points, or at least pretty close to that, with 14.8 seconds left. Martha Harper's likely just going to try to get them to stall out, play keep away for a little while, unless Riverton is absolutely adamant on fouling, and then they're going to sink their foul shots, is probably what Coach Harper said. No, Riverton is definitely playing face guard defense. They are not allowing anything. They're not allowing any of the sort as what I thought they were going to. 14.2 seconds, a little bit of time has been shaved. Let's get past to Ginnivan. Ginnivan's going to launch it up off the backboard. I'm sorry, that was not Ginnivan. Must be dyslexic. I saw 21 instead of 12. That was Caitlin Randall who sunk it in for 2 points. Long arcing shot from Weaver. And that's the ball game, everybody. Frontenac wins it 49-36. I'm going to take you over a quick recap over the scoring, and then we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll be ready for the boys contest. So real quick, for Frontenac, Davis had 6 points, shooting 75% from the free throw line. Fields shot 2 3-pointers. The first one was in the first quarter, and the second one was in the third. That was 6 points, and then you top on her 8 points from the free throw line that she made at 100% tonight, 8 for 8. So she ended up with 14 points. Bria Ginnivan with 8 points from the floor, all twos, by the way. And then 3 points from the charity stripe, only missing once, also shooting 75%. So 8 and 3, she has 11. Peterson, not a big scoring night from her, but she definitely controlled the ball well for herself. She ended up with 5 points. Lauren Harper did an exceptional job from the low post. She scored 9 with 1 miss from the free throw line and 1 make. 9 points for Harper. 2 points for Randall, 2 points for Sellers. Over there for Riverton, basically it was all Neely Weaver coming off the bench. She scored some points early on, 4 points to be exact early on, and then tacked on a handful afterwards. Let's see here. She had 11 on the night with 4 personal fouls, keeping it right down to the nitty-gritty. Outside of her, there were a couple other scores that surpassed 2 points. Jamie Compton, she ended up with 6. Cameron Compton with 2, Journey Adams 2, Jaden Phillips 2, Maddie Price 3, I'm sorry. Kimmy Qualls, she ended up with 4. Mia Moss 2, Daphne Parker 2. And that's it from here inside Riverton High School. I'm going to go down and talk to both the coaches and see if we can get some starting lineups and get ready for some boys basketball here on ESPN 100.7 as well as 103.5 FM Radio X, The Evolution. We're going to take a 4-minute timeout here, a 4-minute break. Sir Anthony Sweeney back in studio, if you would so please. And when we come back, actually go ahead and make that 5. Go ahead and make that 5 minutes, and when we come back, we'll do a full pregame alongside opening tip. This has been Heath Adkins here on Radio X 103.5.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburgh and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
If you want to improve your basketball skill set, you need to attend one of the Lane Lord basketball camps. Each camper receives individual attention and specific coaching adapted to age and skill level. There's something for everyone. A grade school camp for girls entering 3rd through 8th grade, a high school team camp available on 2 different weekends with both varsity and JV levels of competition, plus satellite camps throughout the summer. All campers receive instruction from head coach Lane Lord, head assistant Amanda David, along with former and current players. For more information, visit them online at LaneLordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they begin their recruiting at these camps, with over 20 former campers being signed. Visit LaneLordBballCamps.com.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we found clients appreciate a planning process that adjusts to the twists and turns of their life. If you're rethinking your life goals, the Envision process can help you try on your ideas before committing to them. Maybe you're thinking about retiring early or starting your own business. Your Envision plan can tell you how adding a goal could affect your ability to reach your objectives. For more information, call Shane Peak today at 620-232-3120. That's 620-232-3120. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time by Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at LindberghPharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Haynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist. Haynes handles all driveline repairs for cars, trucks, four-wheel drive vehicles, and farm equipment. Haynes can also handle any general machine work and offers 24-hour record service. Call Haynes anytime, 231-3170. Haynes Incorporated is located at the intersection of West McKay and Highway 69 Frontenac Junction. Haynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist.
Proud supporter of Frontenac Athletics.
Community National Bank and Trust believes in our local schools and those who have committed themselves to our children. They would like to reward you with a premium banking product that offers Community National Bank and Trust excellent service coupled with a bounty of free banking products. Teacher's Choice is a checking account with no monthly service charge, unlimited check writing, no fee for cashier's checks, money orders and traveler's checks, and much more. Call or stop by today and visit one of their customer service representatives and find out how easy it is to open a Teacher's Choice account. Member FDIC.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
The human eye blinks about 17,000 times a day. But here's a real eye-opener. Dry eyes can cause irritation, red eyes, and blurred vision. Don't assume your blurry vision means you need new glasses or contacts. The doctors at Canar Eye Care are experienced in diagnosing and treating dry eyes with the newest treatments available. So schedule your eye exam in Pittsburgh or Girard with Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Haynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist. Haynes handles all drive-by repairs for cars, trucks, four-wheel drive vehicles, and farm equipment. Haynes can also handle any general machine work and offers 24-hour record service. Call Haynes anytime, 231-3170. Haynes Incorporated is located at the intersection of West McKay and Highway 69 Frontenac Junction. Haynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist.
Proud supporter of Frontenac Athletics.
Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing can tow all cars, trucks, and some semi-tractors and trailers in town or cross country. Larry Barrett has emergency record service for all accidents, 24-hour towing. Been in an accident? Then call the pros. They have quality auto body repairing and painting from certified technicians for all major and minor repair jobs, and they can deal directly with the insurance companies, taking the stress out of your life. Go to BarrettBodyFrame.com or stop in and see them at 1601 East 27th Street Terrace or call 232-9400. That's Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing. Customer service first. See them fast in names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Well, there you saw just moments ago, if you were watching the stream on ESPN 1007.com or on YouTube, if you just search the Frontenac Raider live stream, then you can typically find us streaming on there as well. Or if you're just listening on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution, then you will have seen that the Frontenac Lady Raiders took away a big-time win in that last contest. That brings them 2-4 in CNC League play, as well as, as well as 6-13 on the season overall. The Lady Rams, however, dropped to 0-5 in CNC League play, and 3-15 overall. Like I said, they're having a tough year with some young talent and trying to build them up into getting some regular varsity time, kind of seeing what kind of talent the CNC has to offer. It's a very nice gym, though. I do like this gym. The setup's a little tough. We don't have a table or anything, but we are definitely making do, myself alongside cameraman Yancey Wade. We have about 5 minutes and 40 seconds until the opening tip. And I don't think they're going to do any hoopla or anything for this game either, since there's no microphone. So why don't we take a 3.5-minute break. We'll take 3 minutes and 30-second break, and when we come back, I'll get you the starting lineup. That'll give us plenty of time this time, so there's no surprises. Starting lineup as well as some keys to the game for Frontenac. Keep it here on Radio X 103.5 as well as ESPN 1007.com. This has been Heath Adkins. 3 minutes and 30-second break, and we're back.
Community National Bank and Trust believes in our local schools and those who have committed themselves to our children. They would like to reward you with a premium banking product that offers Community National Bank and Trust excellent service coupled with a bounty of free banking products. Teacher's Choice is a checking account with no monthly service charge, unlimited check writing, no fee for cashier's checks, money orders and traveler's checks, and much more. Call or stop by today and visit one of their customer service representatives and find out how easy it is to open a Teacher's Choice account. Member FDIC.
Having a confident smile can change everything, and Invisalign makes that decision easy because you can have a stunning smile without most people even knowing you're going through treatment. Saya Smile Center is proud to be a premier provider of Invisalign. Your Invisalign treatment will consist of a series of aligners that you switch out every 2 weeks. Each aligner will gradually shift your teeth perfectly into place, giving you the smile you always dreamed of. Call Saya Smile Center today for your no-cost consultation. Saya Smile Center, 4095 Parkview Drive in Frontenac, 620-231-7242.
After 3 decades in business, Bittner Motors of Pittsburgh remains a local favorite. If you're in the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle, Bittner Motors has a large selection of late model, low mileage vehicles to choose from. Whether it be a car, truck, or SUV, Bittner Motors will warranty all their vehicles 100% for parts and service. And if you can't find what you're looking for on the lot, they will find it for you. Bittner Motors, 1018 North Broadway, Pittsburgh.
Finding a lawyer means choosing someone with experience, confidence, and a good track record. Every legal situation is unique, and you need someone who will give you the level of comfort that he or she will treat your legal problem like it is their own. J. Gordon Gregory of the law firm of Wilburton Towner is ready to provide you with that type of specialized assistance. With over 30 years of experience in Southeast Kansas, Gordy is ready to give you the personalized legal service your problem needs and deserves. Call J. Gordon Gregory of Wilburton Towner today at 620-231-5620 or contact him online at wilburtontowner.com.
See their ad names and numbers.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are driving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Welcome back to Riverton High School. Heath Adkins here alongside cameraman Yancey Wade, and back in studio is Sir Anthony Sweeney taking care of us and pushing all the right buttons to keep us on the air. A minute 35 to go here before we start the first quarter of action for the Frontenac boys versus the Riverton boys. Well, on the season, Frontenac has struggled a little bit. However, not nearly so as much as the Riverton Rams. This is going to be a quality CNC matchup. As most of you know, the CNC is no place where any game is free ever, especially when you're on the road. Frontenac has the advantage as far as paper is concerned, but when you're on the road in the CNC, anything can happen, and Frontenac is going to need the assistance of many of their young guards, as well as Ginnivan inside. Ginnivan and Pyle inside are really going to have to be getting the offensive and defensive boards for this to work. We're going to run through the starting lineups real quickly here. For Riverton High School, we have Bailey Lansford, Gage Kirby, Travis Comer, Carson Shockley, and Tyler Zustiak. For Frontenac High School, you have Watts, Wilbur, Ginnivan, Brown, and Pyle. So Watts taking over now as kind of inner rim point guard. And it sounds like they are, in fact, going to do a pregame starting lineup as well as national anthem. We're going to step aside here for just a moment. I'll turn up the microphone so you can hear our national anthem.
Light
and an excellent rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by the Riverton High School Choir. Just a 20-man choir as we're getting ready for the PA announcer to come over and announce the starting lineup. They're going to show Daniel Watts. I'll run through them once more very quickly. For Frontenac, number 3, Daniel Watts. Number 12, Jake Wilbert. Number 22, Brock Ginnivan. Number 23, Peyton Brown. And number 33, Hayden Pyle. For Riverton, Bailey Lansford. Number 34, Gage Kirby. Number 3. Number 4, Travis Comer. Number 12, Carson Zustiak. And one that I did not write down the number for, however, I did get that they were a starter. Number 13, Tyler Zustiak. Carson Shockley and Tyler Zustiak. Well, the Frontenac Raiders on paper, as I said earlier, sure do look like the favorite in tonight's matchup. They definitely have the size. They have the overall experience. They certainly have the playoff experience, the postseason experience, as well as the seniority. Let's see, out of the, I don't have the classes written down, but if you were just able to look at the screen itself and see what we're working with here between these two teams, Frontenac just they look older. I mean, there's no way about it. They definitely look older. We're going to see Hayden Pyle here right up against, I'm going to say that's Bailey Lansford. That is Bailey Lansford for the jump ball. And Hayden, when compared to Lansford, I mean, he looks like a college sophomore. It's up, and Lansford gets a decisive swat over to his side of the court, and Riverton is going to be on the attack. Riverton looking sharp already, not wasting any time. Gage Kirby with the ball. He gets the handoff, and it's over to Zustiak. Zustiak now to Lansford. And Carson Shockley. Shockley with a face mask on. Not sure for what purpose, but he has it on regardless. Daniel Watts went up for that rebound and was denied. Gage Kirby is going to come away with it instead. Riverton on the attack, driving the ball up and inside. Tyler Zustiak, but was denied from behind by Brock Ginnivan. No points scored for either side just yet. 7:24 left here in the first. Ball in the hands of Zustiak. He's swatted away as Peyton Brown got a decent hand on it, but Riverton will retain possession. Ball mishandled and nearly thrown away. But Travis Comer comes back up with it. Bailey Lansford turnaround jumper from inside the lane and is no good. Rebounded by Hayden Pyle, but it is stolen away by Travis Comer. And Comer with an opportunity to shoot two from the free throw line to get the first points up for either side. Comer's going to make my job easy on the first free throw attempts. Gives me lots of time to jot it down and make some misses. 6:54 on the clock, and the first free throw by Comer is underway. Sinks the first. Riverton takes a 1-0 lead, pending this next. Shot is up and in. 2-0 lead for Riverton. On a whiffed rebound that definitely should have been in the hands of Hayden Pyle. Brock Ginnivan drives in and he gets kind of tapped a little bit by Travis Comer down low. That's his first personal foul. Long pass out to Peyton Brown. Brown. Some crossovers, trying to get it out to Daniel Watts. Watts handling the ball well, gets it to Ginnivan. Ginnivan, lob pass over the top. It's Hayden Pyle. Pyle up and off the glass inside for 2 points. Excellent shot there by Hayden Pyle, and great awareness for his defense. Frontenac's going to come out in a full court press. Looks like a 3-2 zone. Gets it over the top, and that is Shockley. Shockley gets it out, and a distance shot by Comer. Comer is no good from distance, and It's going to be picked back up by Gage Kirby. Kirby is picked up by Watts. 3-on-3. Number 3, that is. Tyler Zustiak now with the ball, top of the key. He drives right. Thought about getting the pass over to Lansford over the top and decides to not to. And Daniel Watts on the rebound is going to be fouled hard by Bailey Lansford. And that's Lansford's first personal. Ginnivan with the ball. He's going to take it by himself across the half-court line, picked up by nobody. He gets it out to Brown. Brown tried to pass it to Wilbert and taking the ball himself and stripped away just at the last second. Carson Shockley nearly had the breakaway had he been a little bit faster, but streaking in was Jake Wilbert on the redemption. Peyton Brown face guarding, I should say, Tyler Zustiak. There's a foul on the floor, or a violation on the floor perhaps. Maybe a kickball violation of some sort. Can't tell. So Carson Shockley with the ball. He's picked up by Peyton Brown and just nearly fouled. Shockley's going to retain possession of the ball. And they're going to call Brown on a holding. That's going to be his first. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. They're going to call Brown on it. I thought for a second they had on the scoreboard that Wilbert had a foul. No, sir, that is not correct. Well, Carson Shockley gets it over to Lansford. Lansford at the top of the key, doesn't know what to do with it. Finally gets it out to Shockley again. Shockley picked up by Jake Wilbert. A cross pass over the top. Lansford all day after the missed defense by Ginnivan. Score is 4-2. Riverton on top. Watts in the right wing. Screen set by Ginnivan. Ginnivan missed the lob over the top, and it's taken away. Driving the ball down the court off the substitution. It's number 22, Bryce Johnson. Johnson's going to take 2 shots from the free throw line after being fouled by Watts. Watts' first personal foul, and his shot is sunk. Second shot underway, up and in. 2 shots good for Bryce Johnson. Timeout is taken on the floor. It's a 30 by Coach Barcelona. We'll take it with him. 30 seconds, and we're back here on ESPN 107.com or Radio X 103.5. 30 seconds.
Community National Bank and Trust believes in our local schools and those who have committed themselves to our children. They would like to reward you with a premium banking product that offers Community National Bank and Trust excellent service coupled with a bounty of free banking products. Teacher's Choice is a checking account with no monthly service charge, unlimited check writing, no fee for cashier's checks, money orders and traveler's checks, and much more. Call or stop by today and visit one of their customer service representatives and find out how easy it is to open a Teacher's Choice account. Member FDIC.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Score is 6-2 in favor of Riverton Rams. Pass down low to Pyle. He's gonna find Bryce Johnson, who is gonna pick up a blocking foul. It's Johnson's first personal. Checking into the game for the Frontenac Raiders, number 0, Blaine Baldwin. Cooper Cleland as well. Pyle gets it to Baldwin. And a foul on the floor, a blocking foul is going to be whistled. Cooper Cleland driving into the lane. No, I'm sorry, that's going to be Hayden Pyle that was driving into the lane. And the home crowd not pleased with that call whatsoever, but Frontenac certainly up in arms about it. Hayden Pyle ready to take his first 2 shots from the charity stripe today. Pyle's already got 2. I'm sorry, that was the and 1 attempt. So he made his 2 and then got the 1 on top. Brings the score 6-5. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Ball over onto the left-hand side. It's Carson Shockley. Puts it up to Zustiak at the top of the key, and he's picked up by Cooper Cleland. Cleland not letting up even from way out of the three-point line. Last touched by Riverton as it rolls out of bounds. I'll find the number on that player here momentarily. That was Carter Brown. Bring the ball over to the left-hand side off the coast-to-coast. That's Jake Wilbert with his first 2 points of the night. And on the cross-court attempt, Brown was in the mix there, but it ended up being Bailey Lansford who's going to. No, it was in fact Baldwin that picked up that first foul. His first foul, I should have said. Pass nearly picked off by Bailey Lansford. But he's going to be whistled on a foul instead. And Frontenac's going to come away with the ball. Frontenac now on the attack. It's Brock Ginnivan over to the left. Now Cooper Cleland. Cleland is double teamed and he is intercepted and taking the ball down the court and fouled hard. Oh my goodness. Tyler Zustiak. That's not what you want to see at all by Frontenac. That was a very bad foul. That was by Cooper Cleland. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Baldwin. First shot is sunk by Tyler Zustiak. His first free throw attempt of the night. Second shot is underway, and it is no good. Rattles off the backside of the rim, picked up by Ginnivan. And intercepted once again on the cross-court pass. Gage Kirby taking the ball down court. He's met by 3 Frontenac Raiders, so he's going to slow it down. And Carson Shockley for 3 knocks it down. Oh, my goodness. The quick catch and shoot, and Shockley's on the board. That brings the score 10-7. The Rams on top by 3 points. 2:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Jake Wilbert driving the ball left wing. And a blocking foul is going to be called. That's whistled against Gage Kirby. His second personal. No, I'm sorry, first personal. So Gage Kirby gets whistled on that one. Frontenac going to get the inbounds pass. It's Hayden, or it's Brown to Pyle. Ginnivan in the right wing. He's thinking about dribbling forward, but instead he's going to pass it off to Baldwin. And Baldwin, intended target was Brock Ginnivan. Ginnivan wasn't ready for it, and it went backcourt. So Frontenac whistle on the backcourt violation. Rams still up by 3 points, 10-7, 2:41 left to go here in the first quarter. Inbounds pass from Riverton. Just checked into the game is Max Morrow. And stolen away by Hayden Pyle. Stolen once again, this time by Carter Brown. Frontenac having a tough time. Both teams actually really having a tough time taking care of the ball, as we just heard one fan holler out. Oh dear, it seems my pen has started to fail me. Brock Ginnivan crosses the half-court line and he gets it to Brown. Brown is going to go ahead and slow things down, not to rhyme on purpose or anything. Getting a charge call as he drives in. That's the way it goes. Gage Kirby with the heads-up play right there. And the Riverton fans, all 9 of them, already starting on the "You Can't Do That" chant. Giving the inbounds pass here momentarily will be Gage Kirby for Max Morrow. Morrow taking over as interim point guard as he crosses the half-court line, and he is picked up. Actually, I'm not sure if there's any one player picking anybody up. Jake Beckman for Frontenac has checked into the game as Riverton turns the ball over once again on a, what could be like a charge or a travel. Ginnivan trying to get a pass into to Pyle, but it was off cue. Pyle loses control and loses sight of the basketball, and Ginnivan's going to pick up a foul. Goodness gracious, Frontenac looks to be in shambles almost. They just can't formulate any kind of offense. Ginnivan's going to pick up his first personal foul. And I don't know what to do. I don't know how else to say it, but they're just not taking care of the ball on offense, and they're making poor decisions on defense, leading to easy free throws for Riverton. It's definitely not a recipe for success, and Coach Barcelona is over there talking to the officials as well as his AD about something that's going down there on the court. I'm not sure exactly what they're conversing about. Make sure we still have our camera slate on, and we do. Referees are talking amongst each other. In the mix is Max Morrow, who is getting ready to shoot the free throws, or at least we think, and he will be. 1-and-1 opportunity for Max Morrow here. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Frontenac. Cross-court pass down low, and it is Baldwin. He just about had full control of it, trying to get an easy cherry-pick pass. Brock Ginnivan drives into the lane and is whistled for a foul. He's looking for the shot up and in. But they're not going to call it a shooting foul, so instead Cooper Cleland's going to give the inbounds pass. Brock is really trying to argue the fact that it was a shooting foul, and the referee kind of telling him, hey, you need to settle down. Tipped up in the air, and Ginnivan grabs control of it. Ginnivan with a poor pass over, or actually not so much poor, but really unexpected and really high arcing pass. And that was intended for Cale Franklin. Another turnover for Frontenac, and I'm not keeping track at this point. In the right wing, it's Ginnivan playing face guard defense against their guard. Riverton has subbed in and out many players, keeping a lot of their guys fresh. Driving into the lane with a reverse layup, but however it's no good as Riverton turned the ball over as well. I believe it was a moving screen that go around. Matt Teal, by the way, is in the game for the Riverton Rams. Jake Wilbert with the ball. He's playing heads-up defense against Shockley, trying to intercept the ball and going to pay for it after Baldwin drives in from the right-hand side. Yeah, that was Jake Beckman. Beckman drives in from the right-hand side off of the missed interception. You know, Riverton has done a really good job so far between Max Morrow and Gage Kirby on intercepting those passes. That time he just whiffed, and it left an easy path for Beckman to lay it in. Frontenac really needed that to tie it all up. It's 10-10. Frontenac out in the full court press. Riverton having a tough time breaking it up. Carson Shockley is looking for the ball and just cannot get it, and finally Riverton has to call a timeout, and Barcelona, probably for the first time in this ball game, is not upset with what's going on. They call a 30-second timeout, and we're going to keep it right here. But my goodness, Frontenac really needed both that offensive possession and as well as that defensive one. there on the full court press because they were getting gassed and they were making mistakes on defense. And finally they got Riverton to get a little flustered and have to call a timeout, a one that could cost them the momentum, at least. And not going to cost them so much in the end game as it all knotted up and not even the end of the first quarter yet. But potentially, who knows? All right, pass over, and now Zustiak. Zustiak tries to get it out to Kirby. Kirby mishandles the pass, and Frontenac getting up in Kirby's face, clapping and letting him know that the sportsmanship will be reciprocated, either poor or good. Jake Wilbert with the ball. He's heads up against Carson. Lob pass over the top, intended for Ginnivan. Last touch by Riverton. It was just about picked off. Ginnivan with a great look there as he was streaking towards the basket. Matt Teal, I'm sorry, with a little deflection in there. Ginnivan gets the ball in the low post, outsmarts his defender and puts it up and in. Matt Teal was not ready for that spin down low. Brock Ginnivan opted to go the opposite direction of Norm, and Teal was ready to go inside. Left Ginnivan with an open shot and a good look at the basket. He's going to shoot and sink this shot from the free throw line. The three-point conversion gives Frontenac really their first real lead of the game with 3 points, 13-10, 15 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Riverton struggling to get the ball past the half-court line. Shot is up by Gage Kirby and rebounded by Hayden Pyle. Jake Wilbert gets the ball to Pyle. Pyle puts it up and off the glass. Shot is no good. Gets his own rebound. Another one, and is not able to put it in once between the three shots. After one full quarter of play, it is 13-10. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. When we're back, we're going to conclude the first half of action here with the second quarter. 8 minutes left on the clock here for the first half. And back in 1 minute, this is ESPN 1007.com as well as 103.5 The Evolution.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SEK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast in names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5 The Evolution.
Well, Frontenac really moving the ball exceptionally well here as we start the second quarter of play. We started the second quarter well before that last commercial was had concluded, and that whole possession was just Frontenac moving the ball well, trying to find an open shot, not finding it, and getting the ball out of their hands. Now Hayden Pyle took a decent shot from down low just as we were rejoining, and was fouled. Shoots and misses that first one. That's his first miss of the day from the stripe. Second shot is up and also too strong. It hits the backside of the iron, no good. Frontenac playing heavy pressure from behind the half-court line. Tyler Zustiak gets the ball out to Comer. Now Shockley, Zustiak in the right wing, trying to find anybody. Gage Kirby in the right corner, back to Zustiak in the right wing, picked up by Watts. Back to Kirby, cross-court pass Looking for Shockley, finds Shockley. Now back to Zustiak. Zustiak, Comer, left wing, working against Baldwin, or Beckman. Not finding a whole lot of wiggle room of the Riverton Rams. Comer drives in, puts a shot from just in front of the free throw line. No good, rebounded by Ginnivan. Ginnivan's going to take the ball himself to Watts. Watts stops at the left wing and gives it back to Ginnivan. Ginnivan to Beckman. Beckman drives with the right hand. Shot is no good. And off of his own attempt at a rebound, it's going to roll out of bounds. Last touch by Beckman. So Riverton ball. Zustiak. Finds Comer. Comer in the left wing gets a skip pass all the way down, and that is Bryce Johnson. Johnson's going to try his best from the corner three and will not get it to fall. Carson Shockley with a turnaround, no-look shot, hook shot almost. Now, most bizarre shot indeed, but Carson picks up his 5th point of the night with that one. Score is 13-12. Frontenac Raiders on top by 1 point. Brock Ginnivan top of the key, moves left, looking for Watts. Not going to find him. Instead, he's going to find Beckman. Beckman top of the key. He is picked up by Comer. Now Jake Wilbert. Wilbert, kind of the faster, more agile, pulls up from 17 feet and knocks it down. What a great shot there by Jake Wilbert. 2 points for him. I'm sorry, 4 points for him now on the night. Carson Shockley launches up another three-pointer. He hit one earlier today. Was not able to connect. Second shot attempt, no good. And Bailey Lanford is going to put it right back in on the third second chance opportunity. The third second chance opportunity. I know how bizarre that sounds, but that's the lingo, I suppose, in basketball. The third chance opportunity. Brock Ginnivan with a handoff to Beckman. Beckman working once again against Comer. Comer gets it to Wilbert. And Wilbert launches it and is unable to connect. 15-14, Frontenac still on top by 1 point. Johnson, now Zustiak, back to Johnson in the right wing, picked up by Wilbert. Nearly loses the ball, and Wilbert was ready to pounce on it. Carson Shockley. Over the top, Zustiak. Comer drives in, bounce pass to Lansford. Lansford cannot reel it in, and it's brought in by Pyle. Powell kicked it right back out to Ginnivan. Ginnivan in the right wing, pulls up, thought about taking it. Instead, he's going to give it to Beckman. And Beckman's going to be fouled by Travis Comer. That's Comer's second personal foul. Team's well over the limit. So Beckman's going to launch one from free throw range, sinks the first. It's his first free throw attempts of the night. Second one is underway, and he makes that one as well. 4 points now for Beckman. Riverton taking back over on offense. 16-14. Frontenac's on top. 4:01 left to go here in the first half of play. Zustiak with the ball crosses the three-point line on his side. Frontenac just playing 2 men on the backside of the full court press. Lob over the top. That's Johnson in the right wing. Back to Johnson. Lansford gets a body on Ginnivan. Has a little bit of extra weight that he can use against him, and he puts that one up and in for his 5th and 6th point of the night. Ginnivan out to Baldwin, and Baldwin knocks it down. No, I'm sorry, that's Cooper Cleland. Cooper Cleland able to knock it down from distance. A three-pointer to open up his scoring for the night. 20-16, Frontenac now on a little bit of a roll, a 4-point advantage with 3:10 left to go in the second quarter. Zustiak working against Watts, over the top to Lansford. Lansford bounce pass to Zustiak. And Max Merrow back in the game. Johnson's going to launch a three, and it looked good from here, but instead Brock Ginnivan's going to pull down the rebound. Ginnivan going to fake the pass to Wilbert. Instead, drives it in himself and is a little too strong off the basket, and it's rebounded by Johnson. No good. 20-16. The timeout is called on the floor. It's called by Coach Shockey. The Riverton Rams. Full timeout. We're going to be back in 1 minute here on ESPN 1007.com as well as 103.5 The Evolution.
Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing can tow all cars, trucks, and some semi-tractors and trailers in town or cross country. Larry Barrett has emergency record service for all accidents, 24-hour towing. Been in an accident? Then call the pros. They have quality auto body repairing and painting from certified technicians for all major and minor repair jobs, and they can deal directly with the insurance companies, taking the stress out of your life. Go to BarrettBodyFrame.com or stop in and see them at 1601 East 27th Street Terrace or call 232-9400. That's Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing. Customer service first. See them fast in names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5 The Evolution.
2 minutes and 44 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Frontenac on top, 20-16, a 4-point advantage as we get the ball back to Zustiak as Riverton back on the offense. Baldwin playing some half-court defense there against Zustiak. Back over to Morrow. Morrow driving inside, stops at the elbow. Could have been whistled on a traveling violation. It's Johnson. Zustiak inside. Lansford. Morrow's going to drive right hand again against the trees. Puts up a high arcing shot. No foul called, and it's going to be back in the hands of Cooper Cleland. Now Baldwin. Baldwin gets it over to Brock Ginnivan. Ginnivan. Now Brown. Top of the key. He's picked up by Morrow. Inside pass to Pyle. Pyle to Baldwin for three and no good. Rebound and an extra chance for Frontenac. Falling on the ground, trying to pick up the rebound was Baldwin. An excellent hustle stat for him. There's going to be a push called against number 4, I believe. That's going to be Travis Comer. No. Gage Kirby picks up his third. Oh my goodness, who are they going to? It's Bryce Johnson. Bryce Johnson with his third. The scoreboard could not figure out who they wanted to give that foul to. Baldwin unable to sink his first free throw. Getting ready for his second. Shot is up and in. Brings the score 21-16. Frontenac on top by 5 points. A minute 50 left to go here in the second quarter. Zustiak with the ball inside to Lansford. Lansford out to Kirby. Kirby, skip pass. Shockley. Shockley stops at the elbow, gets it back out to Kirby. Trying to strip it away from Lansford. And Kirby's going to kick it right back out to Zustiak to reset offense. Driving is Shockley. He thought about taking the three-pointer, will not. Instead, it's number 30, Carter Brown, who knocks down the distance shot from nearly behind the backboard. 21-19. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And now Baldwin with the ball back at the top of the key. And they're going to call a charge on Baldwin as he tried to get a little push off of Tyler Zustiak. It's Baldwin's third personal foul before the half. He's likely going to take a seat here in just a moment. And he does. Daniel Watts comes back in. Zustiak with the ball in the right wing. He's picked up by Brown. Zustiak trying to drive with the right hand, not being able to get very far. Kirby to Shockley in the left for a three and knocks it down. Shockley now has 8 points, 6 of which from three-point land in the same spot, really, in the corner three. That seems to be his go-to. Jake Wilbert now with the ball. He's got double coverage on him. Great save there by Brown. Kept the ball from going out of bounds, and a push is going to be called on the floor. You know, this Riverton crowd kind of came alive in the last couple minutes. 20.4 seconds left to go in the first half. Frontenac now down 22-21. A chance for Brock Ginnivan here to take the lead with a 1-point advantage should he sink both these free throws. Ginnivan's first shot rattles around the rim, finally finds his place inside the net. He has 4 points now. His only 3 earlier came from a 3-point conversion, 2-point made foul shot. Second shot is up and in, no contest that time. Not being deterred by the rim whatsoever. Ginnivan now with 5 points. Zustiak driving the ball down the court with the right hand. Frontenac kind of settling down a little bit as they've regained the lead. 7 seconds left to go on the clock. They're up by 1. Lansford throws up a prayer. I'm sorry, that's not Lansford, that's Carter Brown. And now, instead of 9, there are 12 people in the Riverton student section that are chanting, "You can't do that." First shot by Brown is sunk. Second shot up and in. Riverton takes the lead, 24-23. And 2 made free throws by Carter Brown. Wide open 3-point attempt by Beckman and was not able to swish it in. So after a full half of play, an unlikely turn of events as Riverton has taken the lead 24-23, 10 minutes up on the intermission clock. We're going to take a 4-minute break, and when we come back, I'll give you some first half stats as well as some key changes that need to be made for Frontenac. Keep it here on ESPN 1007.com as well as 103.5 FM Radio X, The Evolution. 4 minutes, and we're back.
The human eye blinks about 17,000 times a day, but here's a real eye-opener. Dry eyes can cause irritation, red eyes, and blurred vision. Don't assume your blurry vision means you need new glasses or contacts. The doctors at Canar Eye Care are experienced in diagnosing and treating dry eyes with the newest treatments available. So schedule your eye exam in Pittsburgh or Girard with Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburgh and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing can tow all cars, trucks, and some semi-tractors and trailers in town or cross country. Larry Barrett has emergency record service for all accidents, 24-hour towing. Been in an accident? Then call the pros. They have quality auto body repairing and painting from certified technicians for all major and minor repair jobs, and they can deal directly with the insurance companies, taking the stress out of your life. Go to BarrettBodyFrame.com or stop in and see them at 1601 East 27th Street Terrace or call 232-9400. That's Larry Barrett Body Frame and Towing. Customer service first. See them fast in names and numbers.
Community National Bank and Trust believes in our local schools and those who have committed themselves to our children. They would like to reward you with a premium banking product that offers Community National Bank and Trust excellent service coupled with a bounty of free banking products. Teacher's Choice is a checking account with no monthly service charge, unlimited check writing, no fee for cashier's checks, money orders and traveler's checks, and much more. Call or stop by today and visit one of their customer service representatives and find out how easy it is to open a Teacher's Choice account. Member FDIC.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time by Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at LindberghPharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Finding a lawyer means choosing someone with experience, confidence, and a good track record. Every legal situation is unique, and you need someone who will give you the level of comfort that he or she will treat your legal problem like it is their own. J. Gordon Gregory of the law firm of Riverton Towner is ready to provide you with that type of specialized assistance. With over 30 years of experience in Southeast Kansas, Gordy is ready to give you the personalized legal service your problem needs and deserves. Call J. Gordon Gregory of Riverton Towner today at 620-231-5620 or contact him online at WilburtonTowner.com.
See their ad names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Don't miss the live radio auction Saturday, February 24th, starting at 8 a.m. here on ESPN 100.7. Also broadcast on My Country 101.7 and KWXC 103.5. We will have farm and ag products, soybeans, equipment, and more, plus food plots for those deer hunters, recliners, mattresses, meat bundles, generators, and the list keeps growing. If your business would like to get involved with the radio auction, you can call 620-232-5993 for more info. To get your business on the area's largest radio auction, covering Southwest Missouri and Southeast Kansas. February 24th at 8 a.m. Don't miss it.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are driving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at Crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premiums, but Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Having a confident smile can change everything, and Invisalign makes that decision easy because you can have a stunning smile without most people even knowing you're going through treatment. Saya Smile Center is proud to be a premier provider of Invisalign. Your Invisalign treatment will consist of a series of aligners that you switch out every 2 weeks. Each aligner will gradually shift your teeth perfectly into place, giving you the smile you always dreamed of. Call Saya Smile Center today for your no-cost consultation. Saya Saya Smile Center, 4095 Parkview Drive in Frontenac, 620-231-7242.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Welcome back to Riverton High School. Heath Adkins here alongside cameraman Yancey Wade and Sir Anthony Sweeney back in studio. About a minute 40 before we return to the second half of action here for the boys contest. So I'll run down the scoring summary. For Riverton, Bailey Lansford has 6 points. Travis Comer has 2, both from the free throw line. Carson Shockley with 2 3-pointers there in the first half, plus an extra 2, gives him 8. The scoreboard lost power there for a moment. I was hoping that didn't stay along for too long. Tyler Zustiak has 1 point from the free throw line. Bryce Johnson, 2 points, both from free throw. Carter Brown, a 3-pointer and 2 free throw shots, gives him 5, and that'll wrap it up for Riverton. For Frontenac, not a whole lot of scoring done by them either, as they are losing by 1 at halftime, 24-23. Watts has 1. Wilbert with 4, Ginnivan with 5, Pyle with 5, Cleland 3, Baldwin 1, Beckman 4, and that will wrap it up for Frontenac as well. Not a great start here for the Frontenac Raiders. They had so many turnovers there in that first half. They're going to have to really play solid to kind of compensate for that first half performance. That was, I'm sure, not at all what Coach Vars was expecting out of this group, but he told me earlier today that some guys are not quite focused, some of them are ineligible, some of the usuals are ineligible, so that plays a factor into some of this. But hopefully Frontenac, the core group, is all here. I mean, the regular starters, the usual ball handlers, just not playing up to par. We are back and ready to go here as Riverton's taking over. A nice behind-the-back bounce pass to Bailey Lansford, and that's 2 more points chalked up for him as he gets a spin move and puts it up off the glass. It's 2 points for him in the half, and that extends the Rams' lead by 2 more. Now they lead 26-23, a shot up by Jake Wilbert, no good. Rebounded by Riverton. A foul on the 3-point line on the shot attempted by Travis Comer, and that's going to result in 3 attempts from the line. This is not how Frontenac wanted to start off this half. 26-23, an attempt to make it 29-23, which would really put a damper on Frontenac's day. First shot up and in. This is Comer's first. That's Comer's 3rd attempt from the free throw line. He's sunk all 3 thus far. Second shot up and swivels in. 4 for 4 so far tonight. Going for 5 for 5. 28-23 thus far. Third shot is underway. Shot is up and sinks in. He is 5 for 5 from the line. And the score is 29-23. Rams on top by 6. 7:21 left to go here in the third quarter. Brown taking it across the half-court line. He's picked up by Comer as well. Wilbert now on the left wing. Heavy defense played by Shockley. Brock's going to pull up from the elbow and banks it in off the glass. It's an additional 2 points for Ginnivan. Comer drives left against Brown, has an open lane there for a moment, but Ginnivan was there to play some help defense. Somebody's going to be whistled on that foul, and it looks like it's going to be Pyle. I believe so. Yep, that'll be Pyle's 3rd personal foul. Skip pass over the top, nearly intercepted. Ball on the right-hand side, it's Shockley. Shockley drives with the left hand, pulls up from about free throw line. Now it's Zustiak. between the legs, working against Brown. Back to Shockley. Shockley thought about the three-pointer after Wilbert backed away. Instead, he's going to pull up from the right elbow. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Wilbert. Wilbert pump fakes and is fouled. Great heads-up play there by Wilbert, but he's fouled by Bailey Lansford. I believe that's Lansford's second personal. Yes, it is. Lob over the top to Ginnivan. Ginnivan drives with the left hand, and he sees kind of an open lane. He decides to pull back after the help defense gets there. Brown up top of the key, tries to set up to the offense. He is picked up by Comer. Drives with the right hand. Finds Watts. Screen set, nope. Lob over the top to Pyle. Pyle against traffic, two men on him, and he still manages to put in the one up and off the glass for 2 points. Pyle gets his first points of the half. Jump stop, gets it out to Gage Kirby. Now Zustiak, Comer in the left wing. Gets it out to Shockley now in the left corner. Shockley loves this left corner. That three-pointer, you really got to watch out for that. Zustiak inside to Comer. Comer with the reverse layup, just about knocks it down. And he's going to last touch it before it bounces off the rim and falls out. He's going to try to get the rebound, but it'll fall out of bounds. Last touch by him, so it's Frontenac ball. Daniel Watts crosses the half-court line with the ball, gets it to Ginnivan. Ginnivan in the left wing, he's picked up by Lansford. Now Brown in the right. Brown circles it around, 5:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Rams up 29-27. Really low-scoring game for both teams, really. Brown still trying to find somebody to pass it to. He's gonna be whistled on some contact. Now, I really thought they were going to whistle Peyton Brown on something offensively, but instead it's going to be on the floor against. That'll be Zustiak, his first personal. I didn't see where at or what for. Ginnivan top of the key, nowhere near the ball, that's for sure. Down low, inside to Ginnivan at the right elbow. Tries to put up a shot in hopes that it would be counted as a shooting foul, and a bad pass from Shockley intended for Zustiak is going to roll out of bounds, and a big sigh of relief for Frontenac as they kind of wasted that last possession and get it back. A whiff on the steal, and Pyle's going to try to take full advantage. A tie-up down low between Lansford and Pyle, and the possession arrow is pointing towards Frontenac, so they will retain possession of the ball. 29-27, 4 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Lob over the top to Watts. Watts circles around, gets a dish out to Pyle. Pyle tries to drive inside against heavy traffic, and he's going to be fouled on the shot. Shot is no good, so he's just sent to the line for two. A chance to tie up the game right here. Rams are ahead still, 29-27. Pyle puts up his first, rocks it off the front side of the rim, no good. He has missed two today, now he's missed three. Made one, now he's made two. So he's 2 for 5 tonight from the free throw line. 29-28, the Rams lead by just one now after getting a pretty solid start. A 6-point advantage there for a moment. Lansford tries to find somebody, and finally Zustiak is going to come and take the ball away from him. Lansford's not really a ball handler by any stretch of the imagination, just a facilitator of sorts. Foul on the floor, that's going to be on Ginnivan, I believe. And it is, that's his third personal foul. And he can't believe that they actually whistled that one on him. Pyle, Watts, and Brown all take a seat, and we have substitutions in. It's Baldwin, Beckman, and Cleveland. Driving left, spin around, pull back, Carter Brown decides not to shoot anyway. Kicks it back out to the perimeter. Driving from the perimeter is Shockley. Shockley to Comer. Comer in the right wing. He drives against a little bit of traffic. Lansford now top of the key, left all by himself. He's not going to shoot the three-pointer still. He's just not that kind of offensive threat. Shockley decides to put one up by himself. A hook shot that does not fall. Rebounded again by the Rams. The third chance for Riverton. Fourth chance now after that missed opportunity. And a toilet bowl swish inside is good for Carson Shockley. At some point, as Frontenac, you got to think to yourself, you can't let them keep getting these offensive rebounds because it's killing us. 31-28 the score. Riverton on top by 3 points, and Frontenac just throws the ball away down low on a hasty possession. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Inbounds pass comes in from Bryce Johnson. Hand off to Johnson again, top of the key. Tries to get a hip fire, but instead nobody's there. Finally coming out of the woodwork is Max Morrow. Lansford down low. And Lansford is going to be whistled on, I believe, no, he's going to be whistled on. Who? Oh, it's Max Morrow. Max Morrow is going to be whistled. Could not for the life of me figure it out. They said number 5, and Cleveland wasn't anywhere close. Driving inside, Shockley puts up the runner at an awkward angle, does not get it to fall. Now it's Ginnivan. Ginnivan's pushing up the court himself, and he loses control of the ball. It's Lansford who gets the steal. Shockley's coming away with it. It's a 2-on-3 situation, and a charge is called as Shockley barrels over Brown. A very obvious call, and Shockley did help Brown back up off the floor. That's Shockley's first personal foul. Cleland with the ball now, top of the key. He's met by Johnson. Bounce pass to Beckman. Beckman at least ends up reeling it in. Now it's Baldwin. Baldwin. And Lansford's going to get it tied up and trying to steal it away from Baldwin. Possession arrow favoring Riverton. Max Morrow with the ball. He calls out the play and picks up the ball, or picks up the dribble. Takes it on past the half-court line. Looking for anybody. Max Morrow finally dishes it off. That's Carter Brown. Brown puts it up off the glass, or gets it to Lansford, who puts it up off the glass. 2 more points for Bailey Lansford. He has 4 points in this half now. Brock Ginnivan driving again. And they're going to call a charge on Ginnivan after just putting a little bit of pressure against Lansford. Another foul on Ginnivan. No, yes, that's his 4th personal foul. 4 fouls now on Ginnivan. And something has got to give here. I mean, Ginnivan is just frustrated on defense, and he's getting fouls on offense. 33-28, Riverton Rams lead by 5 points. Minute 45 left in the third quarter. Shockley to Morrow, back to Shockley in the right wing. Shockley is double teamed now. Morrow launches one from three-point land, swivels around the rim and does not fall. Hayden Pyle grabs the rebound. Frontenac on the attack. It's a 3-on-2 situation. And another charge, this time called against Baldwin. I believe Baldwin's got himself 3 now. Or 4. No, Baldwin has 4. So Ginnivan and Baldwin both with 4 personal fouls. And so many charges have been called on Frontenac tonight. A couple have been called on Riverton as well, but so many charges taken by Frontenac. A hasty offense, a hasty approach, a frustrated approach, no less. 33-28 still the score. Riverton up by 5 points, driving into the lane. Can't tell what the foul is going to be, but it is a blocking foul on They're not going to say. It's going to be on number 23. That's Brown. Well, Carter Brown sinks his first free throw. Getting ready for the second. It's 34-28 now. 6-point advantage. Second shot's up and in. Brown's got the ball now. Tries to get a bounce pass, and it's picked off by Gage Kirby. Kirby gets it out to Comer, and now Riverton's going to set back up on offense again. Less than a minute left in the third quarter. Morrow to Shockley. Shockley now back to Morrow. Just playing keep away from Frontenac for a moment, at least for the rest of the quarter. Back to Morrow in the top of the key. Working against Franklin. Comer swatted away by Franklin. Clean swat. I'm sorry, no, now that's Wilbert. Wilbert who's out there. I don't know why I thought I saw 13. Bounce pass to Shockley. Shockley drives in, Euro step. Should have been called on the charge. It is called on the charge. And Pyle was down there waiting on the attack. Was whistled by nobody, and finally the back referee saw it. Crowd not pleased with that, but Carson Shockley, regardless, is going to pick up his second personal foul. Rolls out of bounds, last touch by Riverton. Both sides getting a little mouthy. Jake Wilbert gets the inbounds pass. He finds Beckman. Back to Wilbert. 4 seconds left on the clock for the third quarter. Wilbert finds Beckman, but it's too late. Buzzer sounds, and that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, 35, the Riverton Rams. Frontenac, 28. 7-point lead for the Rams. See if the Raiders can overtake them in the fourth quarter. We're back in 1 minute here on ESPN 100.7 and Radio X 103.5.
The City of Frontenac is a proud supporter of Frontenac High School athletics and academics. The City of Frontenac was founded in 1886 and is home to just over 3,100 residents. Frontenac citizens enjoy a small-town atmosphere and all that a close-knit community has to offer. Situated on the crossroads of two major highways, those living in Frontenac can easily travel and enjoy the amenities of larger cities in a shorter travel distance. The community boasts an outstanding school system, low taxes, complete city services, including 24-hour police and fire protection. Good luck, Raiders, from the mayor, city council, and staff.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SEK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast on names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Back to Riverton, Kansas. Heath Adkins here with the call. Ginnivan misses that shot to open the fourth quarter. And now back on the attack is Riverton. This shot to Lansford. Lansford just about doesn't reel it in. Pulls up from the elbow and drains it. Another two for Bailey Lansford. He now has 12 points on the night. Jake Wilbert drives in and tries to get the shot, but a foul is on the floor first. $37-28. Ginnivan pulls up from three-point land and cannot knock it down. Instead, it's Pyle who rolls around, gets the offensive rebound, and puts it right back in. The foul that time is on number 12. That is Carson Shockley, his third personal. So 37-28. The Frontenac fans are saying that there was an additional 2 points put on because they didn't take it off of that charge earlier. So 37-28 or 35-28, I'll have to check for sure, because I did not mark that down on my stat sheet. So they can take my unofficial stats if they want to. They probably won't want to, being realistic. Pyle knocks down his free throw. Foul on the floor. It's going to be on Watts, his second. On the full court press. So shooting shooting a 1-and-1 now, I should say, is Comer. That's all he has made this game is free throws. He has 6 points from the charity stripe, and he misses his 7th. He is 6 for 7 tonight. Ginnivan to Watts. Watts drives in, puts up a teardrop, and cannot get it to fall. Comer with the ball now off the offensive rebound by Johnson. Sustiak. Johnson now on the right wing. He's picked up by Brown. And a timeout is called by Shockey for Riverton. It looks like a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it. Actually, we're going to send it back to the station for 30 seconds. You're listening to ESPN1007.com as well as 103.5 The Evolution. 30 seconds.
Finding a lawyer means choosing someone with experience, confidence, and a good track record. Every legal situation is unique, and you need someone who will give you the level of comfort that he or she will treat your legal problem like it is their own. Jay Gordon Gregory of the law firm of Wilburton Towner is ready to provide you with that type of specialized assistance. With over 30 years of experience in Southeast Kansas, Gordy is ready to give you the personalized legal service your problem needs and deserves. Call Jay Gordon Gregory of Wilburton Towner today at 620-231-5620 or contact him online at wilburtontowner.com.
See their ad names and numbers.
And now, more exciting Raiders basketball action on Radio X 103.5 The Evolution.
Just as we resume play after the timeout, another foul called on the floor against Frontenac. That one is going to be against Brown, his 4th. It is not looking good for Frontenac as far as foul trouble is concerned. However, it is looking pretty good when Cooper Cleland pulls up from three-point land and decides to cash one in. And that's exactly what he does. 38-32, Rams on top by 6 points. Lansford with the ball, stumbles with it a bit and tries to get it kicked right back out to Zustiak. Zustiak to Johnson. Johnson for three, cannot get it to fall. Ginnivan pulls in the rebound and charges away. It's a 3-on-3 situation. Batted out of bounds, last touched by Riverton. And that was Gage Kirby who swatted the ball off of what would have been an attempt from three-point land by Brown. Cooper Cleland is going to give the inbounds pass and give Brown a seat, as Brown does have 4 fouls and they do not want him to take his 5th with 6 minutes left to play. Shot is up and good, and that is Hayden Pyle. Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, they are going to call that an and one. I thought they were going to call it on the ground first, and I was infuriated. So 2 more points now for Pyle, and he tries to tack on a third with this and one free throw attempt. Pyle has not been exceptional from the from the free throw line tonight. He is actually shooting 3 from 7. He does knock that one in, however. So 4 for 8. He's now shooting 50% from the free throw line. Driving into the lane is Lansford. Lansford misses his wide open right hand layup. It's Ginnivan with the rebound. Ginnivan slows things down and finally picks it up at half court. Instead, he's going to launch it back down, and it's Beckman. He acted like he was going to slow things down and then just launched one back underneath or even behind the backboard to Beckman. Beckman reeled it in and was swatted right back away by Riverton. Over the top pass to Ginnivan. Ginnivan down low, inside. Cooper Cleland for two off of the glass. And that brings it within 1 point, 38-37. Cooper Cleland coming alive here in the latter half of the game. A turnover, or actually a swat by Frontenac, is going to result in a quick dead ball. Carson Shockley's going to check back into the contest. Zustiak now has 2 fouls, by the way, off that last little spout with Pyle. Ginnivan playing face-up defense on Lansford. Kick out to Brown for 3. Does not get it to fall. Brown gets the rebound back. Tries to dish it out to Lansford. Lansford's not going to make it there in time, and it rolls out of bounds. Frontenac ball. With the momentum they have, Frontenac could very well take the lead, and there is still 5 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. 38-37, Frontenac down by 1. Brock Ginnivan taking the ball across the half-court line all by himself. Beckman crosses the court, sets a screen, or I thought he was going to. He ended up reeling back. Wilbert's going to pull up from 17 feet. He loves that shot, and the Frontenac Raiders are now on top by 1 point, 39-38. Jake Wilbert nodding his head in pride. Shockley in the left wing trying to work something against Riverton. Riverton skip pass over to Shockley. Now it's Carter Brown. Shockley top of the key. Shockley drives inside, gets whistled on traveling violation as he should. That was most certainly 3 or 4 steps. 39-38, 4:10 left to go on the clock. Frontenac just made this comeback, and they're trying their best to keep it. Riverton's going to come out in a full court press. It's a 2-2-1. And they're going to go ahead and back off. They're backing out of the full court press, just trying to play some man-to-man defense full court. Ginnivan's going to waste some time off the clock. Picked up by Lansford. Lansford, I'm not sure, is ready to play defense against Ginnivan. He's a better ball handler than he looks. Jake Wilbert playing against Gage Kirby. Gage Kirby gets screened. A rebound by Hayden Pyle. Pyle's going to put it right back up. Shot is no good, but he gets fouled on the way up. And that's 2 shots from the charity stripe for Hayden Pyle. Pyle now shooting 50% from the line. Maybe he can improve that percentage still. 3:41 left on the clock, and Frontenac still on top by 1, trying to make this a 3-point advantage. First shot rattles off the front side of the rim and goes in off of a friendly bounce. That's 40 now for Frontenac. And I haven't counted up all the X's and O's yet for Pyle, but $14 points now for Hayden Pyle off that second make. 41-38 the score. Frontenac on top by 3 points. Lansford down low on the block against Ginnivan. Tries to get a roll around hook shot, and he does. Riverton now only down by 1 point off that Lansford 2. And Lansford has been the most consistent player on this roster. Just over and over, just scoring chip shot after chip shot after chip shot points. And he's got a grand total of 14 tonight. I'm not sure how long the timeout was that they took, but we're going to go ahead and keep it here regardless. I need to do some tallying and make sure I have the stat right for Pyle. In the first half, he had 5 points, and since the second half start, he has had 9 points. So 14 points on the night for Pyle. He is definitely doing the heavy lifting for Frontenac. Behind him is Cooper Cleland, who has 8 points, and Brock Ginnivan, who has 7. Jake Wilbert has 6. Watts has 1, and Beckman has 4. Baldwin has 1 as well. So at the end of the timeout, 3 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, in the final 3 minutes and 22 seconds of regulation. Frontenac still on top 41-40, but this is not the position still that they want to be in. Beckman's going to take the ball across the half-court line. He is picked up by Zustiak. Bounce pass to Wilbert. Wilbert trying to work on the screen that Pyle has set for him. And had that whistle not been blown, Wilbert would have got the easy lay-in off the drive. Instead, he is fouled on the way up. Riverton over their allotted number of fouls. So Wilbert's going to launch one in, and it's going to rattle off two sides of the rim and bounce right back out. Frontenac's going to be flirting with that double bonus, too, the next time that they get a foul. Second shot is made by Jake Wilbert. That gives him 7 points tonight. Zustiak with the ball. Now Lansford in the right wing. He is uncontested from distance. They know that he's not going to shoot from 18 foot plus. Zustiak pump fakes, drives in, kicks it right back out. Carter Brown now Shockley. Brown back at the top of the key. Brown drives with the right hand, kicks it out. Shockley takes one from three, the right hand wing, almost gets it to go, but it's Brock Ginnivan with the rebound. Ginnivan's got to do his very best to box out and play good defense because he has 4 fouls against him, and Frontenac cannot afford to lose that rebounding threat. Jake Wilbert in the left wing. He's looking for a pass down low inside, but he cannot find Pyle open. Ginnivan's now at the top of the key working against Lansford. Lansford, I'm not sure, has the shiftiness to work against Ginnivan when he has the open court. Ginnivan out to Wilbert. Wilbert's going to drive in, and Wilbert can draw the contact, but he cannot make the shot. He's going to go back to the line for 2 more shots from the charity stripe. Frontenac is already on top 42-40. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. All Wilbert has to do is make these free throws, and he has to keep on attacking the ball as he has been. Wilbert tonight is 1 for 1 on his free throw attempts. He's only had 1 so far. He was on an and 1 attempt. I'm sorry, he actually did miss that 1 earlier. He is 2 for 3 now, I should say. Second shot up and in. 3-4-4 for Jake Wilbert. And Frontenac extends their lead now to 4. 44-40. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in regulation. Driving the ball to the left wing is Zustiak. Zustiak puts up the hook shot, and he's going to be fouled on the floor, and I think that's Ginnivan's last one. No. Yes, that is Ginnivan's last one. They marked it down for somebody else, but it is Ginnivan's last foul. So he will foul out with 7 points. A great rebounder, now no longer to play any minutes in this contest. Zustiak's going to throw another one up. Or the first one up, I should say. Misses the first one poorly. He is 1 for 3 tonight on free throw attempts. Second shot is up and rattles around the rim and inside. He is now 50%. He has 2 points tonight, Tyler Zustiak. Brown working against Zustiak. Hand off to Brown. Or I'm sorry, hand off to Jake Wilbert, and Wilbert drives in. Looks like there's going to be a moving screen called. They're not going to say who that's on. Maybe it was a traveling violation. Lansford over in the right wing off the drive in. Zustiak now as a pump fake on the 3. Gets it into Lansford. Lansford rolling around on Pyle, tries to get a shot up, and he cannot. But it's Brown who gets the rebound for Riverton. And they're going to say that Brown stepped out of bounds on the rebound. Frontenac still on top, 44-41. A minute 30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Giving the inbounds pass is Wilbert, but Wilbert is going to be met by a full court press by Riverton. Trying to find somebody, and he does, in fact, find Beckman. Timeout's going to be called. A 30-second timeout by Coach I can't tell which coach. Anyway, it's a 30-second timeout, and we're going to take it with them. 30 seconds, and we're back here on Radio X, The Evolution.
Haynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist. Haynes handles all driveline repairs for cars, trucks, four-wheel drive vehicles, and farm equipment. Haynes can also handle any general machine work and offers 24-hour record service. Call Haynes anytime, 231-3170. Haynes Incorporated is located at the intersection of West McKay and Highway 69 Frontenac Junction. Haynes Incorporated in Frontenac is the driveline specialist.
Proud supporter of Frontenac Athletics.
Back to action with Frontenac Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
As we get ready for the final minute and 30 seconds of this contest, Brown with the ball. Now Cleland. Back to Brown. Inside, it's Beckman. Beckman to Wilbert. Wilbert drives in, double clutches, and puts it in for 2 points. Jake Wilbert coming alive here in the second half of play. Zustiak now to Brown. Brown with some pushing going on, and he throws a fit, and he might get teed up. He is going to get teed up. Brown gets the charge and the technical. And that's 4 personal fouls for him. Carter Brown. Now Frontenac yelling the "you can't do that" chant. And Riverton is in absolute disbelief that any of that is true. So Brown will be credited with the charge. And now they're debating on whether or not they're going to assess the technical. Either way, you have to assume that Wilbert's going to shoot all of the technical, all 4 of the free throws. The first 2 will be, yes, they are going to assess the technical free throws. Wilbert will shoot those as well. Launches the first, it's off the front side of the iron, no good. He is 3 for 5 tonight from the line. 46-41, Frontenac on top. Second shot is up and in. Much closer game than Frontenac had anticipated prior to today. I'm not sure why only 2 free throws were attempted, though. I think that's what the referees are deliberating about now. The 2 technical free throws plus the... No, they don't shoot free throws on the offensive fouls. That's correct. Lob over the top to Wilbert. Wilbert's going to grab the ball, taking the ball across the half-court line, passes it to Brown. Brown to Beckman. Foul's going to be called? No, just a timeout maybe. A timeout will be called. It's by it's going to be on, that's, goodness gracious. It's going to be Coach Vars. And we're going to keep it right here regardless. Referee is not really showing me who's calling the timeout, but it is Coach Barcelona. 58.4 seconds left on the clock. Frontenac is on top by a pretty good amount now. They've gotten a little bit of a run going for them, 47-41. Brock Gittiman's fouled out of the contest, and Carter Brown picked up his 5th with the double foul there just a little bit ago. The technical accompanied with the charge. So 2 players fouled out, 1 from each of their respective teams. Just about to resume play, so it's a good thing we didn't call for a minute timeout because it was only a 30. Inbounds pass from Brown. Lob over the top to Wilbert. Wilbert's got to chase after a little bit, but Better to chase after it than to lose it. Wilbert loses control for just a moment. Gets it out to Brown, or Pyle. Pyle to Cooper Cleland. Cleland drives inside, loses control of it, and it's reeled back in by Lansford. Lansford to Zustiak. Zustiak taking the ball across the line. Brown misses out, and Bryce Johnson nails the three-pointer and gets the and one call. On just a poor help defense attempt to come in and close out on the shooter. And Johnson definitely sold that foul. He fell back even though there was minimal contact if there was anything. There might have been contact, but not enough, I don't think, to push him down. Misses the and one three. Bounce pass to Brown. Picks it up, finds Pyle on the outside. Pyle tries to drive in and is fouled. Clock stops with 27.2 seconds left. Frontenac still on top, 47-44. A couple free throws here by Pyle would really come close to icing this game away for Frontenac. So it would put it at a two-possession lead. Pyle shot very well today from the free throw line, and he continues to do so now. He's made 5 in a row. And he's made quite a few after. So both free throws were made. Now Riverton on the attack. Shockley's in the right wing, 14 seconds left. Shot is put up by Zustiak, it's an air ball. Picked up by Cooper Cleland. Cleland's driving away, and Lansford is doing everything he can to try to get a foul call, but they finally did, in fact, give him a foul. Stop the clock. 7 seconds left. Frontenac is on top by 5 points. That'll be Lansford's 3rd personal foul. That's an intentional. Cooper Cleland knocks down the first free throw, and I believe another technical has been assessed. On the Riverton bench. So Cleland's going to shoot this one to finish out those foul shots. Knocks it down. And that technical foul was actually on Bailey Lansford, who has had an attitude all day long. And finally gets put on the bench for it. 3rd foul shot is good, and now at this point, this is Jake Wilbert. 4th foul shot is pretty short, but that extended the lead by 8 points now. 52-44, and this game is iced. It's over with. Some late shooting by Frontenac really propelled this into a victory for them. Over the top, Jake Wilbert. Jake Wilbert's going to try to cake it on. They're going to whistle Jake Wilbert on the technical, and they're going to tee up Wilbert. Wilbert just said, "Oh, come on," like he disagreed with it. And Wilbur's going to get teed up. I think at this point, these referees are just looking to make a scene out of this whole ordeal. Another technical assessed as the 3rd one today. The first, however, on Frontenac's bench. Are they whistling another foul? I don't understand. This is insanity. Coach Barcelona is arguing on the behalf of Jake Wilbert. And now Coach Shockey for Riverton is doing the same. They're saying 4 foul shots. 1 was just called on Frontenac. So 4 shots off of 2 technicals. That's the 4th technical tonight. They whistled one more. This is the most bizarre thing I have ever seen in high school basketball. Carson Shockley knocks down his first. In comes another. This could actually make a serious difference in the outcome of the game. Shockley hits the second. Shockley puts up the third. Sinks it as well. And for his fourth and final, shot is up and rattles around the rim and inside. 4 for 4 on that take by Shockley off of the technical by Jake Wilbert and Ryan Barcelona. Technicals. 5.5 seconds left on the clock. Riverton down by 4. Launched ball. And that's the end of the game. Missed shot, and Hayden Pyle falls on the ball to keep it safe. And my goodness, what a bizarre turn of events. 5 technicals called throughout the course of that game. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen one game with 5 technical fouls, most of which were not merited. Most of which were not merited technical fouls whatsoever. But at the end of the day, Frontenac wins 52-48 over a Riverton team that on paper looked like they stood no chance. But we're not going to do much of an extensive post-game show. I'm going to run through the stats here. Actually, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, I'm going to run through the stats, give you the final score once more, and sign off. So 2 minutes back at the station, Anthony, and we'll be right back here on ESPN 1007.com and Radio X 103.5.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we found clients appreciate a planning process that adjusts to the twists and turns of their life. If you're rethinking your life goals, the Envision process can help you try on your ideas before committing to them. Maybe you're thinking about retiring early or starting your own business. Your Envision plan can tell you how adding a goal could affect your ability to reach your objectives. For more information, call Shane Peak today at 620-232-3120. That's 620-232-3120. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
If you want to improve your basketball skill set, you need to attend one of the Lane Lord basketball camps. Each camper receives individual attention and specific coaching adapted to age and skill level. There's something for everyone. A grade school camp for girls entering 3rd through 8th grade, a high school team camp available on 2 different weekends with both varsity and JV levels of competition, plus satellite camps throughout the summer. All campers receive instruction from head coach Lane Lord, head assistant Amanda David, along with former and current players. For more information, visit them online at LaneLordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they begin their recruiting at these camps, with over 20 former campers being signed. Visit LaneLordBballCamps.com.
Community National Bank and Trust believes in our local schools and those who have committed themselves to our children. They would like to reward you with a premium banking product that offers Community National Bank and Trust excellent service coupled with a bounty of free banking products. Teacher's Choice is a checking account with no monthly service charge, unlimited check writing, no fee for cashier's checks, money orders and traveler's checks, and much more. Call or stop by today and visit one of their customer service representatives and find out how easy it is to open a Teacher's Choice account. Member FDIC.
And now, back courtside with more Raiders basketball on Radio X 103.5, The Evolution.
Well, welcome back for our post-game show. This is Heath Adkins alongside cameraman Yancey Wade, and back in the studio, Sir Anthony Sweeney pushing all the right buttons, keeping us on the air and paying the bills. For our post-game stats, we're going to run through the scoring summary. Riverton High School put on a heck of a show tonight. Just barely lost by 4 points after that late run by Carson Shockley with 4 consecutive technical foul free throws. A bizarre night to say the least, but Bailey Lansford with 16 points really led the way for the Rams. 6 points for Travis Comer, 14 for Carson Shockley, 2 for Tyler Zustiak, 5 for Bryce Johnson. He came in clutch with a late three-pointer. Carter Brown with 7. He had a three-pointer in the first half. And then for Frontenac, Watts came away with just 1 point on the night. Wilbert had 13. Ginnivan had 7. And he ended up fouling out by the end of the night with a couple minutes left on the clock. Hayden Pyle really came through tonight with 15 points, all strong points off the inside, real secure points. Cooper Cleland finished the night with 9, shooting 50% from the free throw line. Baldwin came out with 1, and Beckman with 4. So there you have it, folks. The final score, 52-48 in what was a topsy-turvy comeback victory for the Frontenac Raiders late there in the game. We had a few technical fouls on both sides, 5 total technical fouls in the fourth quarter. Outside of my realm of understanding, that's for sure. I don't get, I think I understand 1, maybe 2 of those technical fouls that were assessed. Outside of that, I think it was all little kind of whistle-happy referees, but regardless, I don't think it affected the game too much. Both sides got their shots in, and both sides made their shots from the technical line, so it kind of just evened itself out, and that's the way it goes. Well, Frontenac gets a victory here tonight. They advance in CNC League play, and they will. That's the final game of the season for the Frontenac boys. That will wrap up CNC League play for just about everybody, pending any makeup games that need to be played on Tuesday. So for myself, Heath Adkins, for my cameraman, Yancey Wade, and for my board op back at the station, the unsung hero, Sir Anthony Sweeney, good night, everybody, and go Raiders.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we found clients appreciate a planning process that adjusts to the twists and turns of their life.